What is up, everyone? We're here for Richmond Raceway, doing a flag by flag coverage for you guys. I will have M.E.Racing on for you guys so you guys can hear what's going on with it. Let me just refresh this real quick and then I'll go through the leaderboard for you guys. Let you guys know where your favorite driver is starting in a moment. Give me a minute here. Just refreshing it so that I'm up to date with the M.E.Racing. But it looks like on the pole we have Ryan Blaney. Second, we have Chase Briscoe. Then Josh Berry starting third. Really good start for Josh Berry. This is his last year with Wood Brothers Racing. And then Ty Gibbs fourth. Fifth, William Byron. Ryan Priest. Hopefully he has a good run today, starting sixth. Seventh is Bubba Wallace. Christopher Bell eighth. Ninth, Brad Kozlowski. Joey Logano 10th. Oh, give me a second. Not sure what happened there, but Connor Zilich starting 11th, 12th, John Hunter Nemechek. Chase Elliott starting 13th, 14th, Boo, Denny Hamlin. Don't really like him. AJ Allmendinger, 15th, 16th, Austin Dillon. Riley Herb, 17th, 18th, Ross Chastain. Chris Buescher starting 19th, and then 20th, Daniel Suarez. Eric Jones, 21st, 22nd, Carson Hocevar, Hurricane Man. Austin Cindric, 23rd, 24th, Zane Smith. Alex Bowman starting 25th, 26th. We'll have Michael McDowell, Todd Gilliland, 27th. Ricky Stenhouse Jr., 28th, 29th. Cole Custer, Lawson starting 30th. SVG starting 31st, 32nd. Tyler Reddick, Austin Hill, 33rd, 34th. Ty Dillon, Noah Gregston, Josh Bilicki, and Cody Ware, 37th, 36th, 35 to round out the field here at Richmond Raceway. Should be a good race. First stage is 70 laps. Should be a good one here. Let's go to M.E.Racing here. See what they're saying.
A race. Every hero's story has a humble beginning.
Looks like we're on a commercial right now.
Had to earn their stripes.
Let me turn this down real quick for you guys. Give me a minute.
Every home stretch is the start of something special. That's a good old short track racing.
I'm gonna turn this down. There we go. That's a little better. That was a little loud.
NASCAR history. What I learned from Ken Squire, Marty Hall, and Ned Jarrett, I could never repay. Ken never told me what to say or what not to say. I learned very quickly that I was never going to be another Ken Squire. I don't think anybody could rise to that level. Motor Racing Network's NASCAR Live.
But yeah, should be a good race.
50 years
See what happens here.
Gordon,
400 laps at the total distance today for the Cookout 400.
Junior's journey and more. Search for NASCAR Live on your favorite podcast platform. Starting lineup is coming up next. NASCAR Live Race Day has been brought to you by Toyota Racing. Your
have
race,
the starting lineup, but I already went through the starting lineup for you guys. So.
From Richmond Raceway, this is the Motor Racing Network.
Get ready for the race here in a little bit.
What's up? I'm Joey Fatone.
And I'm Lance Bass.
And we are the hosts of E's new competition series, Cocktail Wars, where three mixologists battle to craft the ultimate cocktail.
And we're judging each cocktail.
Those drinks were fire.
Woohoo, yeah.
Alongside celebrity guest judges,
Seth Green.
Braun Strowman.
This is the coolest thing.
This isn't a low-key mixer, it's war.
Cocktail Wars premieres Tuesday at 10, only on E!
Every time the siren sounds or lights flash, someone's life is on the line. At Wheel and
I'm just gonna mute real quick because it's just commercials right now. Wait until opening ceremonies and I'll unmute.
Here's the starting lineup for the Cookout 400. Row 19.
Cody Ware, Greensboro, North Carolina.
Row 18.
Josh Kalicki, Richfield, Wisconsin.
Noah Gregson, Las Vegas, Nevada.
Row 17.
Ty Dillon, Winston-Salem, North Carolina.
Austin Hill, Winston, Georgia.
Row 16.
Tyler Reddick, Corning, California.
Shane Van Gisbergen, Manukau, New Zealand.
Row 15.
Kyle Larson, Elk Grove, California.
Cole Custer, Ladera Ranch, California.
Row 14.
Ricky Stenhouse Jr., Olive Branch, Mississippi. Todd Gilliland, Mooresville, North Carolina.
Row 13.
Mike McDowell, Glendale, Arizona. Alex Bowman, Tucson, Arizona.
Row 12.
Zane Smith, Huntington Beach, California.
Austin Cinder, Mooresville, North Carolina.
Row 11.
Carson Ostovar, Portage, Michigan. Eric Jones, Byron, Michigan.
Row 10.
Daniel Suarez, Monterrey, Mexico.
Chris Busher, Prosper, Texas.
Row 9.
Ross Chastain, Alva, Florida. Riley Herbst, Las Vegas, Nevada.
Row 8.
Austin Dillon, Welcome, North Carolina. A.J. Allmendinger, San Jose, California.
Row 7.
Denny Hamlin from Chesterfield, Virginia. Chase Elliott, Dawsonville, Georgia.
Row 6.
John Hunter Nemechek, Mooresville, North Carolina.
Connor Zilich, Charlotte, North Carolina.
And now, the top 10 starters. Starting 10.
Joey Logano, Middletown, Connecticut.
Starting
Get the
9.
racetracker up for you guys.
Rochester Hills, Michigan.
There we
Starting
go.
8.
Christopher Bell, Norman, Oklahoma.
Starting 7.
Bubba Wallace, Mobile, Alabama.
Starting 6.
Ryan Priest, Berlin, Connecticut.
Starting 5th.
Let's go,
William Byron,
Priest.
Charlotte, North Carolina.
Starting 4th.
Ty Gibbs, Washington.
Should be a good race
Starting
here.
3rd.
Josh Berry, Hendersonville, Tennessee.
Starting 2nd.
Chase Briscoe, Mitchell, Indiana.
And starting on the pole.
Ryan Blaney.
And that's the starting lineup for the Cookout 400.
Let's go, guys.
Drivers have been introduced to the fans. This sellout crowd.
Let's
here
get
at
hype in the
Richmond
chat.
Raceway, and the drivers are standing by their cars right now as we get ready for pre-race ceremonies.
Get ready
We'll be all
for
about the 400
opening
laps coming up
ceremonies here.
tonight. We've already talked about the strategic elements of this race and the toll this racetrack can take on driver and car alike. But there's also another storyline in play. And with 3 races to go before the chase begins,
Ooh,
there
only
will be a
3
lot of
races.
attention
This is going to
paid to
get
the chase
interesting.
cutoff line. Coming into this race, Joey Logano is in by 89. Bubba Wallace in by 68. Shane Van Gisbergen's in by 47. Austin Cindric in by 29. The drivers that are on the outside looking to break into chase territory include Ryan Priest out by 29. Ross Chastain out by 47. Brad Keselowski is out by 48. Eric Jones is out by 50. Michael McDowell's out by 72. And A.J. Allmendinger is out by 88. For the drivers below the cutoff line, it's a crucial night. 3 races to go before the chase begins. Tonight's Cookout 400. Next weekend, a trip to the New Hampshire Motor Speedway in the Granite State.
We will be
and
there.
Then Daytona International
Hopefully.
Speedway for the Coke Zero
New
Sugar
Hampshire.
400. But let's go trackside right now and engage in pre-race ceremony.
We're going for the modifieds and not the crappy truck series. Here we go.
Salute as the Virginia Military Institute's Color Guard presents our nation's colors. Here to offer tonight's invocation, please welcome President and Senior Chaplain for Motor Racing Outreach, Billy Malden.
Heavenly Father, as we rise up to recognize your presence in our lives once again, Lord, we're thankful for your grace and your love and your mercy that surrounds us each and every day. Father, tonight we pray for these drivers, teams, officials, Lord. Father, give them a safe night, a great night of racing, Father. Lord, for all the fans that are here tonight, bless them, give them a great night of great memories, Lord. Father, as we remember our nation and its 250th anniversary, the men and women of our armed forces and first responders, we ask your blessings upon them. Keep them safe. May your peace and presence surround us all. In Christ's name we pray. Amen.
Here to perform our national anthem, please welcome the 29th Infantry Band of the Virginia National Guard.
Woo!
Yeah.
Let's go,
It's
guys.
time to go racing. The Cookout 400.
Cookout
from Richmond is
400 at
next.
Richmond's
What's up? I'm Joey
Raceway.
I'm Lance Bass, and we are the hosts of E's new competition
You
series.
remember when we went to
Cocktail
Richmond?
Where
We
mixologists
stopped there on the
battle
way
to crack
to
ultimate cocktail.
and
And
we
we're
were
judging
with
each cocktail.
those
drinks
were
were fire.
on the way. We stopped there.
Alongside
And
celebrity
there
judges,
was a
Seth
dog
Green,
show.
Ron
For some reason, we took it with a hot dog
This is the
show.
coolest thing.
We realized when it was really camp in there for a hot dog show.
Cocktail Wars premieres Tuesday at 10.
3 people here. Welcome in, everyone. Just hanging out, watching the race here. Should be a good race. Hopefully not a wreck fest. See what happens though. I'm hoping that Ryan Priest has a good run. Let me know your picks in the chat. Who do you have winning? My pick for today, I'm gonna go with my dark horse. I'm gonna go with Ryan Priest, and I'm gonna go with Christopher Bell to win it. But yeah, here's your rundown of anyone who hasn't seen it. Ryan Blaney starting on the pole. Chase Briscoe second, third, Josh Berry, and Ty Gibbs, William Byron, Ryan Priest, Bubba Walsh, Christopher Bell, Brett Kudowski, Joey Logano, your top 10. And Connor Dillett, John Nemechek, Chase Elliott, Benny Hamlin, AJ Allmendinger, Austin Dillon, Riley Herbst, Rochester, Chris Buescher, Daniel Shore, your top 20. Eric Jones, Christian Clawful.
Racing Network's Wing Nation.
These are your rest of the drivers that are running. Eric Jones, Carson Hostebar, Austin Drake, James Smith, Alex Bowman, Mike McDowell, Todd Gilliland, Ricky Senon Jr., Cole Custer, Kyle Larson, James Van Gisbergen, and Tyler Reddick, Austin Hill, Ty Dillon, and Noah Gregson, John Felicity, Cody Webster, round out your field. Yeah, here we go, guys.
Wing Nation.
Let's have a good time here and watch what's going on with this race.
On the Motor Racing Network, the voice of NASCAR.
Live on the Motor Racing Network. It's the NASCAR Cup Series.
Okay, big thumbs up. Get ready to rock and roll past the race car today, pal.
So many laps at the first stage, 400 laps in total distance today.
400 from Richmond Raceway. Brought to you by Cookout. Cooked outdoor style food at max speed. By Progressive Insurance. Progressive Insurance. Cars, homes, boats, motorcycles, RVs, and more at Progressive.com. By NASCAR Americana on USA. Don't miss NASCAR Americana tonight after the race on USA. By Napa. The pros choose Napa for the electrical solutions that keep them moving. That's Napa know-how. By Liberty Mutual Insurance.
Oh, you're going
Only
with
pay
Priest?
for what
That's
you
a
need.
good pick.
By Hardee's.
Yeah, that's my
The
dark
Hardee's
horse.
app,
Let me know your
join
picks in the
My
chat,
Rewards,
though,
and
guys.
start you off
Who do you
with a
have
free
winning
sandwich.
the race,
Plus,
and
earn
who's your
rewards with
dark
every
horse?
dollar spent
Dark
and
horse,
order ahead.
I'm gonna
By
see
Coca-Cola. Grab a
Briscoe.
Coke
We've been trying to get away.
My
Enjoy
dad's
the race.
dark
By
horse
Sunoco.
is Briscoe.
From NASCAR to your car,
Let me know your picks in the
Sunoco.
chat, though.
Performance is what we do. And by Toyota Racing. Your race,
Ryan
your
Priest, can you
story.
show us
Be
up
part of
today?
the action at ToyotaRacingUSA.com.
The road is being cleared.
Hopefully Ryan
Fans are
Priest will
making
show
their
him
way
up.
back to their seats. We're about to get command to fire engines and get things underway tonight for the Cookout 400. While we have the opportunity, let's pause 10 seconds for station identification on the Motor Racing Network.
All right, guys, let's get ready for this race.
Motor Racing Network is live in Richmond, Virginia at the Richmond Raceway. The NASCAR Cup Series is about to fire its engines in front of a sellout crowd.
Here
It's
we
the
go,
11th
getting ready
time
to
in
fire them up
2026
here
that these
on the front
NASCAR Cup
stretch.
Series stars will race in front of a sold-out house. Mike Backley alongside Alex Hayden and Todd Gordon. Steve Post and Jason Toyer in the pits and in the garage. Shortly, we'll hear from Dave Moody, high atop turn number 3. We are looking over this 3/4 mile layout. Alex and Todd join us back here in the tower.
Like
Alex,
that.
we've raced here at night.
Oh, no,
We've
never mind.
raced here at day. We've raced here at various
I'm trying to
times
get
on the
top
clock.
10.
But there's something special about firing up Cup Series cars and racing them for 400 laps under the lights.
The enthusiasm here is infectious from all the NASCAR fans that pack this place. They have their cell phones out, not only taking their seats, but so many fans, hundreds and hundreds of fans line the fence right along this boat out front straightaway, just want to get an up-close and personal glance at their favorite driver on these pace and parade laps. It's a unique setting, and it's a sellout house, and we're ready to get the party started. So let's go trackside right now for the command to fire engines.
Richmond Raceway, here to fire engines with the most famous horns in motorsports. Please welcome current and two-time NASCAR Youth Series champion and professional shake tester, Rue Reeves.
Driver, start your engines!
Woo! Let's go, guys.
Command has been given. 37 NASCAR Cup Series cars come to life. Cookout 400 is coming up next.
Cookout in Richmond, fast service and fast cars, a great match. Cooked outdoors style food at max speed. Cookout is where the hamburgers are char grilled, always fresh, never frozen. Goes great with an ice cold Coca-Cola or a shake. So fans, don't forget to race through the Cookout drive-thru for a Cookout tray today. They're open late.
Curious what drivers talk about during the race? Visit racingelectronics.com today to purchase a scanner and listen to uncensored audio from every team in the race. Learn more at racingelectronics.com or stop by and see them in the vendor area today.
Before NASCAR was a sport, it was a
There we
movement.
go. I'm trying to make it less blurry for you guys, the numbers here.
From the creators of the last
So why it's so blurry.
Made in America and full speed.
Both America and NASCAR were born with a healthy dose of
NASCAR Americana, 3-part docuseries, tonight after the race on USA.
From Richmond Raceway, this is the Motor Racing Network, the voice of NASCAR. The NASCAR Foundation truck giveaway is here. You can win a brand new Ram 1500 truck from Daytona Dodge. Each entry is just a $25 donation that helps a child in need. Plus, 4 phase winners will receive a VIP experience at the Coke Zero Sugar 400 in Daytona.
Green flag, we are racing at Daytona.
Enter now through August 17th at NASCARfoundation.org/car giveaway. It's your chance to win big while giving back.
For 250 years, America has been more than a place. It's been a promise, a story of courage, hope, and dreams. And through it all, local TV and radio broadcasters have been there, telling the story of America, bringing truth to light. Broadcasters tell the story of who we are and who we aspire to be. We are America's storytellers. We are broadcasters. This message furnished by the National Association of Broadcasters.
This is William Byron. You're tuned into the NASCAR Cup Series on the Motor Racing Network, the voice of NASCAR.
Let's go,
Greetings
guys.
from Henrico County and the Henrico Sports and Entertainment
Couple
Authority.
minutes here,
We are
and
proud
the
to
race
welcome
will
you
be
to Richmond
getting
Raceway,
started.
as this iconic venue celebrates 80 years of unforgettable racing, devoted fans,
Gonna mute real
and
quick because it's a
lasting memories in
commercial.
our community.
Welcome you back to Richmond Raceway as we get set for the Cookout 400 for the NASCAR Cup Series machines. Toyota Camry XSE pace car rolls on to the racetrack, and the field begins to roll off the pit road right behind them. Richmond Raceway, 3/4 of a mile around the front side, 1,290 feet in length. They'll race their way down into turns 1 and 2, right in front of the bowl with a sellout crowd, and they'll come into the view of Dave Moody from Barry, Vermont.
Thank you, Alex Hayden. Good evening once again, everybody. Richmond Raceway has changed a bit in the last couple of hours. The ambient temperature has fallen considerably. The cloud cover departed at about the same time, putting some sun onto this racetrack. So while the ambient temperature may be lower. The track temperature may be higher. Truck race earlier this afternoon. We saw the groove expand, a groove and a half or 2 grooves above the bottom lane on this 14-degree banking in the turns. How much more that will happen, if it will happen, when it will happen, a lot of question marks for tonight's running of the Cookout 400. Look all from high above turn number 3.
And the field comes out of turn number 4 to complete their first pace and parade lap. Balance of the field leaving pit road. Everybody will get doubled up behind that safety car, and it won't be too much longer before the green flag will be displayed.
Let's go, guys.
Let's take a trip to pit road, presented by Jack Link's Protein Snacks. Jack Link's Protein Snacks, the official protein snack of NASCAR, comes in original, peppered, teriyaki, and so many more flavors. All made with 100% beef. Grab your favorite from the snack aisle today. Steve Post.
Mike Connor Zilic starts in the 11th spot today. He was the second fastest Chevy here at Richmond and the first among his Trackhouse teammates. And honestly, qualifying has been the issue and the Trackhouse story this season. It's been a struggle. But last week at Iowa, Connor qualified in the 8th spot, ran in the top 10 or thereabouts, had an 11th place run. His best oval track finish of the season. I chatted with Randall Burnett, his crew chief, in the garage area earlier today, and Randall agrees. The key is qualifying well, starting up front. It's a whole lot easier to stay up front than to try to get there. Car was a little free on the long runs. Randall's made a little adjustment to it, and we'll see how Connor Zilic goes. Iowa was a great run for him, and hopefully they
see what happens with Connor here
tonight. Here into Richmond Raceway. Jason Toy.
When it comes to pit stops that can make or break you here at Richmond, especially under the green flag, to be flawless when it happens. A lot of these pit crews worked the truck race earlier today. They were in the heat, wearing the fire suits. Asked a handful of them, like, all right, what'd you guys do about the 3.5 hours in between the end of the truck race and the setup here for this? They said they tried to relax. They tried to cool down. A lot of them ate. And they try to get some rest here because they know tonight it is an important one. Big pit boxes here.
Definitely a long race here.
Pit lane, but still,
definitely want to be hydrated for this race
at Richmond.
So that is a final thought from the pit lane as we get closer to the green flag to go in the air on a beautiful Saturday night here in Richmond.
Here we go,
Virginia.
getting ready for the green flag here.
Behind the Toyota pace car. Todd, 70 laps. That's the duration of stage
70 laps is the duration of stage number 1.
Well, we saw last year that staying out for that
see
whole
what happens
laps,
here.
60
stage number 1.
Derek Finley left Ryan Preece out. They ended up 15th. 70 laps, you've got to come. You've got to split this one in half. I think you'll see in the low 30 laps, you'll see the pit cycle start. Pace car is bringing the field on
there we
turn
go.
4.
Green flag
comes down pit road to set their tachometers right now. 40 miles an hour will be pit road speed. 45 miles an hour will be pace car speed on the racetrack. We'll get doubled up, a couple of laps away from going under the green flag here tonight. Todd gave you the strategic layout. We've also chatted about the implications to the chase leaderboard. No matter how you cut it, racing at Richmond is always fun. We've been coming here for a long, long time. I've been coming here as a race fan, now as a broadcaster. You've been coming here for years as well. Got a sellout crowd. There's always something magical about racing at Richmond, and then the green flag flies, and it's a totally different dynamic with so much hanging in the balance tonight.
Yeah, the state of Virginia is a hotbed of stock car racing, not just on the national level with Richmond Raceway, Martinsville Speedway, but all the short tracks from Langley to South Boston to Dominion Raceway and on and on and on and on with Raceway over there outside Whitfield, Virginia, and the western parts of the state. So much racing around here with stock cars. Everybody embraces it. They go to the short tracks. They support the major tracks. Obviously, another sellout here at Richmond tonight as fans are beginning to stand as one as we get the one to go before we go green flag racing.
Let's go,
and
guys.
Watching the fans around the racetrack in the stands, but up against the fence, up against the outside wall, the fans are ringing this racetrack from turn 4 all the way down this boat out front straightaway into turn 1, all the way over to turn 2. They're about to get an eyeful as we've gotten the one to go signal. The field is doubled up for the start on the back straightaway, and it's going to be quite a night of racing. And
little behind here on M.E.Racing.
Appreciate you for making us a part of your Saturday night as we get ready for the second week in a row to go NASCAR Cup Series short track racing. Toyota Camry pace car is getting ready to go to pit road, and with the start of the Cookout 400 here in Goldsboro, North Carolina's Alex Hayden.
Ryan Blaney on the inside lane. Chase Briscoe goes topside, a Ford and a Toyota. Off turn number 4, green flag goes in the air, and the NASCAR Cup Series is underway in Richmond. Blaney has the advantage by a bumper on the break, but Chase Briscoe rallies back topside.
Ryan Blaney with the
With
lead.
him at the apex of the turn, they're side by side at the exit to the back straightaway.
Chase Briscoe side by side with Ryan Blaney.
Into turn number 3.
Ford and Toyota race for the lead. Who's going to lead lap 1? Off the corner they come. Chase Briscoe bobbles just a tad, but he'll lead this first lap of the 400 tonight. Ryan Blaney, though, digging hard down to the bottom of the racetrack. Briscoe's going to crowd him downstairs.
Blaney not going to give it up without a fight. He muscles his way to the inside lane, and again, they are side by side. Down
Ryan Blaney and Chase Briscoe still side by side.
Briscoe by a nose.
Briscoe has the outside lane. He's going to crowd Blaney just a bit off the corner. Briscoe will lead this lap by a bumper yet again, but Blaney not willing to give up the fight just yet. He kicks back down to the bottom.
Fierce battling here in the opening laps at Richmond Raceway. Briscoe on the outside lane. Blaney on the low line. Right behind them, third place machine Josh Berry moves under Ty Gibbs.
Bubba Wallace will round out the top 5. All eyes, though, on the race for the lead. It's Blaney by a fender. He'll lead that lap. Briscoe there staying with him stride for stride to his right elbow.
No quarters asked, no quarters given here in the opening laps. They continue to be door to door down the back straightaway. Nobody giving up an inch. Blaney down low. Briscoe topside. Still nobody able to get the advantage.
First 4 laps of this race have run side by side at the front of the field.
Man, Ryan Blaney and Chase Briscoe going at it.
Whale of a show for a sold-out house. They stay wheel to wheel in turn 2.
Battle continues all the way through 1 and 2. They spill out onto the back stretch yet again. Briscoe by a bumper, but back comes Blaney. Nobody able to get the advantage. They continue door to door.
Everybody on their feet here still at Richmond Raceway. Josh Berry in third has the best seat in the house. He is following this side-by-side battle that will not stop. 5 laps complete, 5 laps of wheel-to-wheel racing for the point.
So much for saving your tires in the early going. 2 drivers giving it everything they got and maybe a little bit more. They continue to be nose to nose. It's Briscoe by about a foot into turn 3.
Blaney again rallies back down at the bottom. Blaney with a bit of a wiggle with the car on the back as he applied the 750 horsepower to the racetrack. Blaney is there yet again. Briscoe topside.
Man, Blaney and Briscoe going at it.
It's going to be decided anytime soon. Again, Blaney wedges his way to the low line. Slides up onto the door of Briscoe. They're still wheel to wheel.
Trying to find an advantage for one or the other here in the opening laps between Ryan Blaney and Chase Briscoe, and there's none to be had. Those cars evenly matched, and Dave are being equally driven off turn 2.
Well, they sure are. A couple of drivers right now that just will not turn loose of their hopes for the lead here in the early going. Blaney down low. Briscoe up high. Again, too close to call as they hit turn 3.
Get Josh Berry a bag of popcorn. He's enjoying the show just like the rest of us. From position number 3, he's going to give up a couple of car lengths just to continue to watch it. Looks like Ryan Blaney on the bottom is trying to slide up to clear Briscoe.
Briscoe bobbled a bit coming off turn number 4. That was the difference. Blaney gets away with the lead. Chase Briscoe will fall back in line in second. Josh Berry right on his back bumper third.
And exhale. Finally, we have a clear-cut leader here in the Cookout 400. It's Ryan Blaney. Now, Chase
Ryan
Briscoe
Blaney
has to
with
go
the
on
lead.
defense. Josh Berry wants a piece of Briscoe. Both drivers dive deep. Both drivers up the racetrack.
Briscoe has definitely heated those tires up in the early going. That might be an advantage to Josh Berry. Berry about half a car length back, a full car length back to the fourth place machine of Ty Gibbs.
Another four car lengths rather back to running in 5th. That's Bubba Wallace. He's free and clear. Brad Keselowski in 6th. Ryan Priest 7th. Christopher Bell goes 8th. Joey Logano 9th. William Byron is 10th to the backstretch.
Took him a while to get a piece of the lead, but Ryan Blaney now has begun to pull away just a bit. He's opened up a margin of 4, maybe 5 car lengths over Chase Briscoe.
So things settle down in the front 5, front 10 or so. First side-by-side battle is further back in the pack. That's where Austin Cindric races to the inside of Chris Buescher. That is the race for the 17th position. And those two Fords will settle it amongst themselves, with Cindric grabbing the 17th position with 11 laps complete.
Down here, Ryan Blaney gets 4 tires. Sunoco Racing fuel.
From fueling NASCAR champions on the track for over 20 years to innovating 94 octane, the highest octane on the market. Performance is what Sunoco does.
Sunoco cans injected in the car. Bubba Wallace down and away.
All Sunoco fuel at the pump meets the same top-tier standards as the fuel used in NASCAR. From the track to your tank. Sunoco, the official fuel of NASCAR.
I'm gonna mute because it's a commercial. When we come back, I'll unmute for the race. Right now, though, we have Ryan Blaney leading. Second, Josh Berry. Third is Chase Briscoe. Fourth, Ty Gibbs. Bubba Wallace running fifth. Sixth is Brad Keselowski. Ryan Preece seventh.
As Ryan Blaney scampers away with the lead, Josh Berry has found his way under Chase Briscoe to take second. So it's Blaney, Berry, Briscoe, Ty Gibbs, and Bubba Wallace running at the top 5. 14 laps are complete. From Richmond Raceway, this is the Motor Racing Network, the voice of NASCAR.
Introducing the RE4000 Bluetooth scanner from Racing Electronics. Experience uncensored real-time audio from drivers and crews. All hands-free and wireless with Bluetooth functionality. Fast, lightweight, and zero latency, the RE4000 keeps you locked into every pass, every pit stop, and every checkered flag. Plus, with automatic over-the-air programming at major events, setup is quick and effortless. Check it out at racingelectronics.com today.
The thrills of NASCAR racing from over 55 years of Motor Racing Network broadcasts.
Bobby Allison brings the race car right down in the middle of the track, crosses the start-finish line, and he will win the 24th annual Daytona 500.
Bill Elliott wins the Hooters 500. Alan Kulwicki, 1992 champion.
MRN Classic Races.
And in the whole patch steaming for the finish line, Dale Earnhardt wins the Winston 500.
Find all the classic moments on MRN Classic Races on any podcast platform.
This is Tyler Reddick. You're tuned into the NASCAR Cup Series on the Motor Racing Network, voice of NASCAR.
Cookout and Richmond Raceway. Fast service and fast cars. Awesome food at max speed. Cookout is where the hamburgers are charred grilled, always fresh and never frozen. Race through the Cookout drive-thru for a Cookout tray and an ice-cold Coca-Cola.
2 Ford Mustang Dark Horses at the front of the field. Ryan Blaney, the leader. Josh Berry, second. And then 3 Toyota Camrys. They go third, fourth, and fifth with Chase Briscoe, Ty Gibbs, and Bubba Wallace. The highest-running Chevrolet Camaro currently is in the number 10 position. That's where William Byron is at the moment. But Dave, Chase Briscoe in third's got his hands full again.
Yeah, he may be a victim of running a little bit too hard in that all-or-nothing battle for the lead with Blaney. He's got his hands full with Ty Gibbs. And one note from the Is Anybody Surprised category, Shane Van Gisbergen has gone all the way to the safer barrier trying to find a groove that works for him.
That is something he did last year in the Cup race. That's something he did earlier today in the NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series. Wax Tire 250, and over the course of the long run, it did pay him dividends. We'll follow along that story as SVG tries to make his way to the front. We talk about the successes at the front of the field. What about some drivers having challenges early on? We'll put Carson Hocevar in that category. Steve Post, what's the update on Carson?
He just radioed crew chief Luke Lambert. He said, Luke, it is plowing tight, and then there's no drive up off the corner. So, unfortunately, they've got a handful right now with Carson Hocevar. Luke said, it's all right. We'll get you taken care of when we make that first pit stop.
Carson Hocevar's car's really tight right now.
Are put together. When you're really tight and you can't make the turn in the middle of the corner, you don't have the car pointed to have drive. If you can get that center turn better, Luke will work on that. That will bring the drive back because you'll carry momentum into that acceleration zone.
Carson Hocevar has given up 7 positions since the drop of the green flag, being scored back in the 29th spot. He's not alone back there. Some other big names that are early on at least floundering around. Kyle Larson is back in 31st. Ricky Stenhouse Jr. 32nd. Tyler Reddick is currently 34th right now of the 37 cars that took the green flag.
Kyle Larson really going the wrong way on the track.
Speedway, a similar racetrack to this, and they felt like they would be able to build on that success they had at Iowa coming here to Richmond. But so far, at least here in the opening 24 laps, that has not been the case.
Yeah, the good news is we still have 300.
Oh man, I don't know what happened there. Give me a minute, guys. I'm not sure what's going on here. But Ryan Blaney is your leader. Give me a second here, try to get that M.E.Racing back on. Sorry about that, guys. Not sure what happened there. I'm over just refresh real quick. Give me a minute here. Sorry about that, chat. Not sure what's going on there. All right. Here we go. Sorry about that, guys.
First couple of pit stalls is where they occupy, coming onto pit lane. Also turn number 4. Joey Logano saying he wanted to be freed up just a little bit. Austin Dillon pretty stagnant as well. Kyle Larson making his way down the pit lane. He's saying that he's been plowing through the corner, so they're going to make an adjustment for Larson as they get to work on the right
Adjustments
side.
for Larson going on.
A little bit of fuel go in. Most of this getting that first chassis adjustment here, Steve Buck.
Austin Cindric has a really good race car, gained 7 or 8 spots.
A couple people making adjustments on pit road.
4 tires, Sunoco Racing Fuel. There's Cole Custer, the general. He heads back out onto the racetrack. Chasing more cars in front of you.
Ryan Freak is wrapping up the work in the Castro Ford, also making a pit stop down on this to the pit road. 4 tires, Sunoco Fuel for him.
4 tires, Sunoco Fuel.
Also seeing Tyler Reddick with Mark in the back of the field, trying to get some forward light. He works his way up. He's hitting 4 tires, Sunoco Fuel.
4 tires, Sunoco Fuel for Reddick.
Buddy boy, Chase Briscoe brings
Chase Briscoe bringing his car down pit road.
Man, they were around to the left side quick. Left side tires off and on, and Chase Briscoe is down and away.
Chase Briscoe down and away. 4 tires, Sunoco Fuel. A lot of people put an arrow here. Oh man, Austin Hill lost a tire on pit road.
Kenny Hamlin, the Bob's Furniture Market car goes back out on the pit road. It was 4 tires, Sunoco Racing Fuel for him. Here's Ty Gibbs, cut the Tyler Allen. They said they were really, really good on the long run. They're around to the left side of the Ty Gibbs automobile. 4 tires, Sunoco Racing Fuel.
4 tires, Sunoco Fuel for Ty Gibbs.
And here comes Carson Hocevar into the crew. Lap number 35, Jason.
Back in, it's William Byron making the first stop. The red, white, and Cincinnati colors for him on the side of their race car. Been pretty happy with it. Been running right here in the 10th spot. They're going to go to work on the right side. One pump of the jack gets it in the air. Right side tire is on. They'll swing around to the left side. Gets the car up in the air. Fuel is in. Tires on. William Byron down the way.
Got a speeding penalty on that round of green flag stops for Ty Gibbs.
Ty Gibbs with a speeding penalty.
And work his way back out on the racetrack. That is going to be a detriment to his efforts tonight. Also, an uncontrolled tire from the team on the pit stop from Austin Hill. So that black and yellow Morgan and Morgan for the People Chevrolet will have to make a pass-through penalty. He's doing that as we speak, as everybody has finally made their first pit stop of the race. When it's late in the event, that means it's time to go. Today's Go Zone is presented by Zone Nicotine Pouches. Warning, this product contains nicotine. Nicotine is an addictive chemical. Underage sale prohibited.
Commercial break, guys. When we come back, we'll be back at Richmond.
Hey, what are you doing?
Ryan Blaney is your leader. Second, we have Chase Briscoe, Joey Logano third, fourth, Josh Berry, Austin Cindric running fifth, sixth, Ryan Priest, Johnny Hamlin, seventh, eighth is Christopher Bell, Bubba Wallace, ninth, and then 10th. Correct, obviously that's your top 10 right now, guys.
Or with your local agent.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
Seatbelt.
42.
The
70, 42 out of 70 laps ran the street number 1.
Currently,
here we go, back at Richmond here.
Lap. Noah Gregson is the final car on the lead lap. Drivers 1 or more laps down at the moment. Carson Hocevar is a lap down. Ty Gibbs Todd Gilliland, Ricky Stenhouse Jr., Cody Ware, and Austin Hill. The race leader at lap number 40 continues to be Ryan Blaney from Richmond Raceway. This is
Ryan Blaney dominating so far, guys.
To stay up to date on what's happening on and off the track, the Motor Racing Network is the place. Hear from NASCAR crew chiefs on M.E.Racing.
Gonna mute real quick because it's a commercial.
Touring series.
After this stage
Coca-Cola iRacing
will be stage number 2. So far, Ryan Blaney in the lead. Chase Briscoe second, third Josh Berry, fourth with Joe Logano, Austin Cindric fifth, sixth Denny Hamlin, Bubba Wallace seventh, eighth Christopher Bell, and then Ryan Preece ninth, and then Brad Keselowski rounding out your top 10 at Richmond Motor Speedway.
You're tuned into the NASCAR Network, voice of NASCAR.
"43 laps are on the board, just underway here at Richmond Raceway in the Cookout 400. Today's broadcast is presented by Progressive Insurance. Progressive Insurance, cars, homes, boats, motorcycles, RVs, and more at progressive.com.
Ryan Blaney has opened up his lead now, 1.7 seconds over Chase Briscoe.
Man.
Josh Berry, Joey Logano.
Ryan Blaney is running away.
And then we get back to the driver.
Let's go, Blaney.
Sixth. If you listened to Denny Hamlin yesterday, you would probably walked away from yesterday thinking that they didn't have a shot to win. Like last week at Iowa, I think they sandbagged us there, Todd. I think they got some sandbagging going on this weekend as well.
Yeah, Denny up to 6th at this point, 5th fastest car that lap. Denny understands his place and what it takes, and I'm sure that he and Chris Gale, maybe they didn't like their balance and they didn't like the lap times they saw in practice yesterday, but they put together, they know what they need to have come race here, and they've done that.
So far, Ryan Blaney doing pretty good with his setup. Said they made setup adjustments, but it seems to be working for him right now.
Running late models, he always what we call back up the corner. He did it better than anybody at Southern National Motorsports Park in Kinley or Southside Speedway or wherever he raced in the area. What he was able to do is roll out of the throttle before he got to turn the car in and roll the speed. He didn't use as much brake, but that enabled him to get on the gas in the middle of the corner and basically make the straightaway next up longer, whether it's the back stretch or the front stretch. He could make it longer and carry more speed with him, and he was able to drive by the competition doing that. That helps save tires. And on these old, worn-out short tracks that are around the Southeast, whether it's Virginia, North Carolina,
50 out of 70 laps ran in stage number 1.
Wonderful job of giving him lessons in perfecting his racetrack.
Well, it's always a treat when we go to tracks like here, go to tracks like Darlington Raceway. He always is a factor. He's always in the mix. Right now, he is up to the 6th position. He's 8.7 seconds behind the race leader with a lot of time left to go. Watching the battle for second. Briscoe, Berry, it's on the backstretch in front of Dave.
Coming off turn 2, racing to the back straightaway. He'll come up on the Ty Dillon machine, going a lap down here. Here comes Josh Berry. He'll jump to the inside on Briscoe.
As they work their way through turns 3 and 4, back down at the start-finish line, down to 20 laps to go here in the stage. You know, Todd, when you think about the strategy call, somebody's got to be the first to come to pit road under green. You hope it stays green the entire
Looks
sequence.
like some people might make more pit stops here.
Of pitting first or being one of the last ones to pit under green.
Well, if you come early, you get an advantage because you've run more laps on the new tires, and that gets you track position. We talked about Austin Cindric. He started 23rd. He's up to 5th at this point. They came early. They came at lap 30 versus the guys around him, 32 or 33. Those 3 laps that he ran versus the field that's around him and behind him, that's probably 5-6 seconds that he gained in track position. Now those cars that pitted later, although they have a little fresher tire, they've got to maneuver their way back around cars that short pit them, and that'll use up some of the tire.
Well, let's check into their pits right now with Steve Post and Jason Toy. This trip to pit road presented by Cocktail Wars on E. Get ready to shake things up with Lance Bass and Joey Fatone on E's all-new competition series. Cocktail Wars premieres this Tuesday on E. Steve Post.
Now, and you compound that strategy that Brian Wilson specifically did with Austin Cindric. They started 23rd. They raced forward to 15th or 16th spot when that pit sequence started, and then they get that cycle, and that has them in the 5th spot. We've talked about their position. They are the last car on the bubble, and right now we're talking stage points for Austin Cindric. You qualified 23rd, and you get stage points. You have had a really good first stage, Jason Toy.
Down to the same thing, too, for Joey Logano in the aspect he was one of the first ones to come down the pit lane. Joey started 10th, got a stage there just outside the top 5. But that pit stop knocked him out, a little bit different sequence, knocked him out in front. Now off to the top 5 with a very fast forward here for Joey Logano.
Because they pitted later, Ty Gibbs and Carson Hocevar, who were lapped down, have been able to drive back by and get their laps back. Hocevar currently the last car on the lead lap in 32nd. With 15 to go in the opening stage, Ryan Blaney is the race leader.
Warning, this product contains nicotine. Nicotine is an addictive chemical. Underage sale prohibited. It's not just the rubber that's heating up on the racetrack right now. It's the full spicy lineup of flavors from Zone R nicotine pouches available on NicoKick.com with new flavors, spicy strawberry and spicy mango. Available in 6 and 9 milligram nicotine strength. Each pouch is a premium nicotine experience.
Gonna mute real quick because it's a commercial. When we come back, will be
experience spicy strawberry,
more of Richmond Raceway.
Only at NicoKick.com and enjoy discounts and delivery.
Appreciate you guys being here and hanging out with me. Right now, Ryan Blaney is dominating this race so far. Your top 10 are Chase Elliott, Ryan Price, Christopher Bell, Denny Hamlin, Bubba Wallace, Austin Cindric, Joey Logano 4th, Josh Berry 3rd, 2nd, Chase Briscoe, and Ryan Blaney your leader.
Ryan Blaney's lead is 1.2 seconds over second
Man,
place.
Ryan Blaney running away from the rest of the field.
Josh Berry, Joey Logano is 4th, and Austin Cindric is 5th. That means all 3 Team Penske Fords, including their satellite team, Technical Alliance Wood Brothers car, occupy 4 of the top 5 positions with 12 laps to go now in stage number 1. From Richmond Raceway, this is the Motor Racing Network, the voice of NASCAR.
You've never been one to idly watch someone else do something for you. There's pride in self-reliance, in working with your hands, in harnessing the power of an E3 spark plug with Diamond Fire technology, yielding better engine performance. You have a choice to make. Take control of your ride.
We're just on a commercial break right now, though. Right now, when we come back, we'll have more play-by-play on Richmond Raceway.
The finish is only the beginning.
4 people here. Welcome in, everyone. Appreciate you guys being here. We're just hanging out, listening to the race, give you guys updates on what's going on.
Steve and I give you our weekend winners, and I'm going to give you my hot take as only I can. We're going to break down the biggest storylines, explain the calls that matter most, and take you inside.
This is Chase Elliott. You're tuned into the NASCAR Cup Series on the Motor Racing Network, the voice of NASCAR.
Here we go. We're back, guys.
Inside of 10 laps to go here in the opening stage of the Cookout 400, and Ryan Blaney, before we went away to the break, had a 1.2 second lead. That's beginning to shrink.
Man.
Yeah, Chase Briscoe is starting to track him down for the lead.
Chase Briscoe reeling them in.
He wasn't all that optimistic at the start of it, saying, well, we'll head track for me in the past. Chase Briscoe's got it locked and loaded right now.
Yeah, he does. He's working the outside lane off turn number 4, trying to keep pace with Ryan Blaney, who's been able to get by Carson Hocevar, put Hocevar another lap down. Zane Smith is going to lap down. Todd Gilliland is going to lap down. And now Noah Gregson's in jeopardy.
Neither Smith nor Hocevar have made things easy on Chase Briscoe. Finally made his way by Zane Smith. Hocevar goes up the banking control block. Briscoe to the bottom.
Here comes Briscoe, bottom of the racetrack. Carson Hocevar slides his car wide off the corner, while Ryan Blaney's got Noah Gregson ahead of him. He's got another lap car plus 2 more side by side in front of them.
Here they come off turn 2 to the back straightaway. Ryan Blaney very methodically just picking his way through that lap traffic. Briscoe trying to pursue, but he's still got some work of his own to do.
With now 5 laps to go in the opening stage and 5 laps away from points payout window opening up for the top 10 finishers of the stage. Ryan Blaney still in heavy lap traffic. Gregson trying to run away and maintain that track position in front of him.
Soon to be lap cars are running side by side in front of the leader down the back straightaway heading to 3. Noah Gregson's got the bottom of the racetrack. Top side is A.J. Allmendinger.
Blaney's got nowhere to go because that lap traffic continues to be double wide. Now it thins out. Gregson will get around Allmendinger. Blaney will cut to the inside of AJ at the start-finish line. He'll put AJ Allmendinger in the rearview mirror and return his quest to put Noah Gregson behind him as well.
That 1.5-second lead, though, is down to about 5 car lengths as they race the back straightaway. Chase Briscoe taking advantage, closing in. It's down to 2 car lengths in turn 3.
Blaney get by the Noah Gregson car. Noah's got every right in the world to race him hard to stay on the tail end of the lead lap. Here comes Chase Briscoe to the inside of Blaney, trying to take the race lead away.
Coming out of nowhere in the final laps of the opening stage, Chase Briscoe now on the back bumper of Ryan Blaney. Down the back straightaway and into turn number 3.
2 laps to go in stage 1. Battle for the lead has been resumed. Chase Briscoe turning up the wick on the back bumper of Ryan Blaney. Blaney cannot get around the soon-to-be lap car of Noah Gregson, and here comes Briscoe. He'll change lanes, dive for the inside of turn number 1, side by side for the lead, 11:68.
They spent the first 9 laps of the stage throwing heavyweight uppercuts at each other. They may be back at it here again in the final laps of the stage. Blaney to the outside on Noah Gregson.
Man, Noah Gregson and
Briscoe is going to be pinned in behind the car of Gregson.
Going at it.
Race hard on the inside. Blaney goes to the outside.
Good battle going on.
The final lap of stage number 1. Blaney with the race lead.
Ryan Blaney slides around the outside of Noah Gregson. Chase Briscoe slides to the inside of Gregson.
Man, crossover over crossovers. Man, this is a good battle.
Another shot off the corner, but he cannot get it done. Ryan Blaney gets a good launch off turn 4, and he will come to the green and white checkered flag.
Ryan Blaney gonna win stage number 1.
400. Here's how they finished stage 1, presented by Sunoco Race Fuel with 0 carbon bioethanol. From fueling your favorite NASCAR teams to filling up at the pump, Sunoco is trusted to help vehicles perform at their peak. Sunoco, performance is what we do. Ryan Blaney finishes stage 1 in first, Chase Briscoe in second, Joey Logano in third, Austin Cindric fourth, Josh Berry in fifth, Bubba Wallace came home in sixth, with Denny Hamlin
Good
in
run
seventh,
there
Christopher
for
Bell
Chase
in eighth,
Briscoe
Chase Elliott
and Joey
ninth,
Logano.
William Byron in 10th.
Wherever you are in life, Freeway gives you more ways to choose and more ways to save. You choose the coverage, you choose the price. Because at Freeway, it's all about real people, real choices, and real savings for every driver. No matter where you live, Freeway's here to help. Your way. And remember, you always win with Freeway. Go to freeway.com and start saving today.
Ryan Blaney, your
Freeway,
stage winner of
your way.
stage number 1.
First from Richmond Raceway, Motor Racing Network, the voice of NASCAR.
Pit road's gonna be open in a minute here.
And I'm Lance Bass. And we are the hosts of E's new competition series, Cocktail Wars, where 3 mixologists battle to craft the ultimate cocktail. And we're judging each cocktail. Those drinks were fire. Yeah. Alongside celebrity guest judges, Seth Green, Braun Strowman. This is
just want everybody to be happy. I want to do good, and hopefully all of my dad's fans enjoyed this. It's for all them.
Motor Racing Network's NASCAR Live presents podcast Junior's Journey. Jeff Gordon, a colorful career, 50 years of MRN, the 1993 season, the road to royalty, and more. Search for NASCAR Live on your favorite podcast platform.
This is AJ Allmendinger. You're tuned in to the NASCAR Cup Series on the Motor Racing Network, the voice of NASCAR.
Oh my God.
Caution is out here at Richmond Raceway, presented by Hardee's. Buckle up, NASCAR fans. Get the Hardee's app and join My Rewards, and Hardee's will start you off with a free sandwich. Plus, earn rewards lap after lap and order your Hardee's ahead.
Pit lane is open this time by. Here comes race leader Ryan Blaney. He is going to be followed in hot pursuit by the rest of the lead lap cars. We start our coverage with Jason Toy.
Joey Logano's going to hit the mark first. Ryan Preece also in. Austin Dillon and Sandy's a little bit tight going into the corner to make adjustments for him. Sunoco Fuel also there for all those drivers on the entrance of pit road. Further up, William Byron is in. Alex Bowman is in. Now, 4-tire Sunoco Fuel.
Denny Hamlin's in, 4-tire Sunoco Racing Fuel. Chase Briscoe was in. Car was just a little bit loose.
Pit stops going on.
Briscoe gonna lose a little time. Ryan Blaney was in, his car just a little bit snug. The race off from pit road is a close one. It looks like Blaney and Briscoe go out side by side. Blaney's going to win the race off from pit road.
Blaney coming out first on pit road.
Lap number 74.
And here's the top 5 off of pit road, presented by
Top
National
5 on
Debt
pit
Relief.
road. Ryan
Struggling
Blaney,
with
Chase
credit card
Briscoe,
debt?
Austin Cindric,
Well, National Debt Relief
Joey
can help you
Logano,
get
and
back on
Denny
track.
Hamlin.
Negotiate with your creditors to reduce the amount you owe. Ready to take back your life? Visit nationaldebtrelief.com to get started. It was Ryan Blaney off of pit road first, Chase Briscoe followed by Austin Cindric, Joey Logano, and Denny Hamlin, the fast 5 off of pit lane.
It's your top 5 out of pit
Someone
lane.
had a birthday.
Yep, 50. Can't believe it.
50 years of wisdom.
Great segue. We have a health reminder from the CDC.
Pneumococcal vaccination is recommended for adults 50 or older. Says here, we're over 6 times more likely to be hospitalized with pneumococcal pneumonia than adults under 50.
I don't love those odds.
Same. Look what I found. Pfizer's Prevnar 20 is proven to help protect adults against pneumococcal pneumonia and invasive pneumococcal disease in just 1 dose. And millions of
Back here at Richmond Raceway for the Cookout 400, Noah Gregson will receive the free pass under this caution.
Oh, nice.
Presented by
Noah
NASCAR
Gregson with the
Americana
free
on
pass.
USA. The story behind America's fastest sport. NASCAR Americana, 3-part docuseries tonight after the race, only on USA. From Richmond Raceway, this is the Motor Racing Network, the voice of NASCAR.
The tough trucks of the NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series race on the NASCAR Racing Network.
Hi, Majeski slid up the racetrack, and Corey Hine clear as the leader.
Your exclusive home for all the exciting racing action of the tough trucks of NASCAR.
Checkered flag is waving at the start-finish line for the 12th time in 2025. Corey Hine will take that checkered flag.
The NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series, only on the NASCAR Racing Network.
The NASCAR Foundation truck giveaway is here. You can win a brand new Ram 1500 truck from Daytona Dodge. Each entry is just a $25 donation that helps a child in need. Plus, 4 phase winners will receive a VIP experience at the Coke Zero Sugar 400 in Daytona.
Green flag racing at Daytona.
Enter now through August 17th.
Cup Series on the Motor Racing Network, voice of NASCAR.
Motor Racing Network's coverage from Richmond Raceway is brought to you by Zone Nicotine Pouches. Warning, this product contains nicotine. Nicotine is an addictive chemical. Underage sale prohibited. If you're a fan of intensity and flavor that lasts, try Zone.
Back here at Richmond Raceway, the one to go is being given at the start-finish line, and it's time for the teams to choose their restart lane.
Here we go.
Presented by Freeway
Time
Insurance.
to choose.
More ways to choose, more ways to save. Freeway, your way.
Ryan Blaney will opt to restart on the inside of Chase Briscoe. Row 2, Austin Cindric inside of Joey Logano. Denny Hamlin will restart on the inside of row 3 against Bubba Wallace, and then you got Josh Berry that will restart to the inside of Christopher Bell. They're lined up double wide for the restart.
There we go, guys. Getting ready for the restart.
Come out as we begin lap 79, make that 80. And the field is coming to the Poet Restart Zone, presented by Poet. Poet is proud to be the official bioethanol partner of NASCAR, delivering high-octane bioethanol with zero carbon.
Race leader Ryan Blaney on the bottom side of the racetrack as they make their way into the aforementioned Poet Restart Zone. Green flag goes back in the air. Blaney waits till late in the zone to get back on the throttle, but he did not scare away Chase Briscoe. He's up to the task on the outside lane, still
Chase
side
Briscoe
by side.
to the lead.
Hamlin jumps to the bottom. That'll be a challenge. The number 3 position has to back out of it as he runs out of real estate. Chase Briscoe around the outside. He'll take the lead down the back straightaway and into turn 3.
Briscoe goes to the point. Josh Berry gets into Bubba
Oh.
Wallace, driving on the racetrack. They hung on to their race cars, but a little bumping and grinding going on. Coming off turn number 4 at the conclusion of lap 80. Leaders in turn 2, led by Chase Briscoe.
That wasn't the only bumping and grinding. Further back in the field, they were 3 wide. Ty Gibbs got together with Carson Hocevar. Big plume of smoke coming up off that car. Everybody got away.
Gibbs and Hurricane
Everybody's
getting
in the
into it
rear
with
view
each
mirror
other.
of current race leader Chase Briscoe, just the way he. Blaney is right there in his tire tracks in second. Third is Austin Cindric. Dave, the battle is on for 4th.
Number 4 position up for grabs. That's where Joe Logano's got the outside lane. And down low, it's Denny Hamlin. Side-by-side battle. Advantage Logano by a fender into turn 3.
With William Byron waiting to see which lane is going to open up. It's Logano getting the advantage off turn 4. Denny Hamlin still to his left elbow. William Byron in the mix. Tossed Ryan Preece in for good measure.
Yeah, Preece is there as well, and they're all watching that nose-to-nose battle go round and round this Richmond Raceway. Hamlin on the inside. Joey Logano on the outside. Then William Byron, Ryan Preece, and a fast closing Bubba Wallace.
Yeah, Bubba Wallace on the rebound after getting moved up the racetrack just on the restart, courtesy of the right front bumper of Josh Berry. So Wallace settling the temper down just a bit, falling back in line.
Now it's Hamlin and Logano. They are the ones going round and round with no verdict. Hamlin's got the bottom of the racetrack. Joey letting it ride on the outside. Still wheel to wheel for 4th.
Off the corner they come. Logano and Hamlin, with Logano getting the better of the battle. They continue that side-by-side battle for the lead. Tonight is the Cookout 400 at Richmond Raceway, and it's our pleasure to bring into the booth Cookout spokesperson, ARCA Menard Series driver, Max Reeves. Max, welcome to the
Max
MRN
Reeves in the
Broadcast Booth. How we
booth.
doing tonight?
That's cool.
Good. I appreciate y'all coming.
Max Reeves is in the booth.
Absolutely. Now, your season's going quite well in the ARCA Menard Series, whether it's the National Division or the East Series. 4 wins across
Pretty cool
both
that
of them. You've won
Max
at Berlin
Reeves is
Raceway,
in the
Elko
booth.
at the national level, one at the National Fairgrounds, and Flat Rock most recently in the East Series. Give us an idea what types of things you've learned so far here early on in the season and the success that's helping you grow as a race car driver.
Yeah, I've learned, you can lose a lot of races by just easy mistakes, little mistakes. So there's been a lot there just taking care of equipment. We've got a really tight points battle right now. I think we're 1 point back. So going into Bristol, it's all about coming with a fast car and just taking care of it all race just to be there at the end for the points.
The East season finale at Bristol, you mentioned coming up September 17th for the ARCA Menard Series East. How much pressure do you feel being in the championship battle?
Yeah, it's not too much pressure, just because I work so fast and I'm not worried about I think we're going to show up to Bristol with the best car, so I just got to drive it, and if I do so, we'll be fine.
You obviously are in the Joe Gibbs Racing family. Have you gotten any advice from any JGR drivers?
Yeah, I've got advice from Ty Gibbs, Brent Cruz. Brent Cruz is amazing on road courses, so he helped me out at Watkins Glen and Lime Rock. And, all the JGR drivers help me out with whatever I need. They're always there for me.
Cookout, of course, the Cookout 400, your Cookout representative. What's your go-to when you go to Cookout?
I'm going to get a big double tray with everything on the burger, and then I'm going to get some okra and some fries with a Coca-Cola.
You had me until you said okra. I'll take everything else once you grab me one, too. Sans the okra. Who do you think is going to win this race tonight?
I'm hoping the 11 or the 54, the 20 or the 19. Any of them, I don't care which one. You know,
keep it in the family, right?
Yeah, if they can't win it, I hope just a Toyota comes up with it.
Smart man. That's absolutely drives for Joe Gibbs Racing in the ARCA Menard Series. Always a privilege to see you. Best of luck. I know you're racing in Springfield, Illinois, the Illinois State Fair this coming weekend.
Yeah, we had a little bit of bad luck there last year, but hopefully we can win that one.
Go get him. That's Max Reeves, Cookout representative, ARCA Menard Series driver. Got a chance to win the ARCA Menard Series East Championship again, September 17th at the Bristol Motor Speedway.
Back on the racetrack here tonight at Richmond, it continues to be Denny Hamlin and Joey Logano racing side by side for fourth. That's behind Chase Briscoe.
Man, Chase Briscoe and
Austin Cindric.
Ryan Blaney going at it.
Every DIY project has that oh no moment. The missing bolt, the measure cut.
Just gonna mute real quick because it's commercial.
And fourth trips to
When we come back from this commercial, we'll be on Richmond. There we go.
We were away. Chase Briscoe continues to lead, although he did open up his lead a tad in the last lap. 5 car lengths, his advantage over Ryan Blaney. 137 laps remain in stage 2. From Richmond Raceway, this is the Motor Racing Network, the voice of NASCAR.
Earned history, chased glory, lived consequences. 500 miles against the Lady in Black. A NASCAR Crown Jewel, Too Tough to Tame Labor Day Weekend Classic.
Too tough to tame.
Cookout Southern 500. The chase for the next NASCAR Cup Series champion starts here.
Darlington.
This weekend at Darlington Raceway, September 5th through 6th. Get your tickets now at darlingtonraceway.com.
Hi, folks. Kyle Petty here. I want to tell you about a place that's dear to my heart, Dicty Junction. It's a year-round camp that
Stick around for the NASCAR Live Race Day post-race show to learn who runs the Xfinity fastest lap, celebrating their speed on the track and the reliable performance Xfinity brings to your home. The driver with the fastest lap of the race will claim 1 championship point just by running the Xfinity fastest lap.
Lap number 98 will go on the board this time by Chase Briscoe, still showing the way. We'll get you back to the action on the track in just a moment. First, let's pause 10 seconds for station identification on the Motor Racing Network. Motor Racing Network is live at Richmond Raceway, the NASCAR Cup Series, and our premier partners, Busch Light, Coca-Cola, Freeway Insurance, and Xfinity, as we run the Cookout 400 Under the Lights here at Richmond. I'm Alex Hayden alongside Mike Bagley and championship-winning crew chief Todd Gordon. We've got Dave Moody out in the corners, Steve Post and Jason Toy on pit lane.
Watching the battle shaping up for the 6th position, William Byron is beginning to fall into the clutches of Josh Berry. Josh started 3rd earlier tonight, and a good run so far tonight for the Wood brothers. Dave, looks like Josh is on the attack headed to turn 2.
That number 21 Ford has been right on the money for most of the night. He rotates well in the center of the turn, able to come off the corner on the bottom. He will drive underneath William Byron to take away position number 6.
Josh Berry with the Wood brothers had a 4th place finish a week ago at Iowa Speedway. bouncing back yet another week here this week on a similar racetrack. He's a short track ace, and he's beginning to flex his muscle just a bit more.
Of course, Josh Berry learned a few weeks ago that he will not return to the Wood Brothers ride next year, auditioning for a job next season, and he's putting a couple of pretty good entries on his resume here the last couple of weeks.
Yeah, there's no doubt it's a good updated resume moment or two for Josh Berry. Jesse Love, who currently drives for Richard Childress Racing in the NASCAR O'Reilly All-Star Series,
Briscoe.
take the reins of the Wood Brothers legendary number 21.
Running away with the lead so far.
Chase Briscoe would pull away by 5 or 6 car lengths, Alex, but the battle for the lead begins to tighten.
Yeah, Ryan Blaney's run down Chase Briscoe, and they begin to pick up where they left off earlier in the race.
35 out of 160 laps run in stage number 2.
First time in his career. Briscoe, however, hasn't had a whole lot of success here at Richmond Raceway in 9 Cup starts. Never finished in the top 10. Danger on the backstretch.
He and Blaney are playing in by shadow yet again here at Richmond. Ryan Blaney has reeled him in less than a car length. Now the lead for Briscoe.
Off the corner they come. Here comes Ryan Blaney. He'll come flying around the outside, trying to get the advantage on Chase Briscoe.
Trying to take over the lead.
Turn 4, but try to maintain that outward lane momentum off turn 2.
Tries to put a fender up alongside Chase Briscoe.
Ryan Blaney and Chase Briscoe going at it.
At least for the moment, but the faster car right here appears to belong to Ryan Blaney.
Ryan Blaney again to the inside. Briscoe has the back end of the car. Dance with him just a bit. Rolls out of the throttle just for a moment. That's all Ryan Blaney needed. Here's Blaney side by side for the race lead in Richmond.
Side by side, Chase Briscoe and Ryan Blaney. Ryan Blaney with the lead.
If you're just joining us tonight here on the Motor Racing Network, this is the same exact scenario that started the Cookout 400. Ryan Blaney on the pole. Chase Briscoe started second. They raced side by side for the opening 6 laps, and they're back at it again at lap 107.
And a goodly portion of these Richmond grandstands are very emotionally invested in the outcome. A lot of people standing, pointing in the right direction, pumping their fists. I don't know who they're all rooting for, but they're seeing a heck of a race for the lead.
They're getting their nickels worth here tonight as Blaney gets a nose out in front, and that's about it. Blaney will be the official leader of lap number 107, but Chase Briscoe comes right back topside with lap traffic on the horizon.
Chase Briscoe and Ryan Blaney going at it.
Fall back in line. Blaney got another good run off turn number 2. Briscoe, no choice, falls back in line second as Blaney tries to pull away.
So Richmond Raceway has a reputation of chewing up tires, and we've seen some intense battling for the lead. Todd, what is that fine line like while trying to dance with the lead while not trying to chew up too much tire in the process?
Well, the biggest thing you've got to focus on is don't slide the tires. You can't go in the corner and get the back slide out. You're going to abuse them, put heat in them. You've got to exit straight. These guys, really putting together the effort. Both Chase Briscoe and Ryan Blaney, they're working on getting that exit off the corner. They've kept their cars straight. They're racing hard because track position, that makes a difference in making every position again. But you can't do it at the expense of sliding tires around here. Both of them putting on a clinic with that.
And now you're in the know with Napa Know-How. Miss an electrical problem, and it can mean big trouble for your business. That's why Napa delivers the parts, tools, and expertise to catch problems before they become breakdowns. That's Napa Know-How.
Ryan Blaney leads at lap 110. Chase Briscoe is second. Austin Cindric is third. Joey Logano is fourth. And we've got a new challenge for the number 5 position. Looks like Josh Berry, Dave, has company in the rearview mirror.
Well, he drove underneath Denny Hamel a couple of laps ago, Mike, and he's been able to get away from Hamel a bit. Denny's car appears to have gone tight here in the last 5 to 7 laps. It's just not rotating in the middle of the corner the way Denny likes to see it do.
Now, and he's going to fall back to that number 6 position. William Byron is behind him in 7th. Ryan Preece is off to a good start here tonight. Preece, the first car on the outside of the chase grid looking in, needing a good run here tonight. So Preece is being scored 8th. Bubba Wallace is 9th, and Ross Chastain is in the number 10 spot. We have 112 laps, Todd Gordon, going on the scoreboard as we speak.
112 laps into this race.
Coming up on decision time of how you want to handle this.
114 now, actually.
The second stage
44 out of 160 laps here in stage number 2.
We're talking about that window opening up in the next 4 or 5 laps. If you wanted to stop it, we're going to have to go another 15 laps behind that. So whether we see people come here in the next 4 to 5 laps, or whether they stay out for 15 will dictate whether they're on a 3 or a 2-stop strategy.
Steve Post, are we starting to see movement in any of these pit boxes at your end of the pit lane?
Now on this end, definitely. We saw this one. Brian beat the crew. Put their tires up on the
People making some pit stops.
See Michael McDowell's team now put the Goodyear tires out on the pit box. They're set to bring McDowell in at any moment as we stay working under the green flag. 114 laps complete, 116 to go here in stage
116 laps to go in stage number 2.
Won stage number 1. If you buy into this type of thing, a stage winner has not won in the last 9 consecutive Richmond races.
Obviously, Ryan Blaney would love to turn that tide tonight. Opening 32 laps, 33 laps or so. Had green flag racing, and that's when everybody made the move to pit road. This green flag stint that we're on right now, 38 laps in duration, and we expect some movement to be made in a moment's notice. Here we go right now. Michael McDowell is the first driver to make his move to pit road. Jason?
Open up the gate. Michael McDowell's going to hit the right side with the tires. They're done with that. Swing around to the left side. Doesn't take a whole lot of fuel. They've only ran less than 40 laps. 4 tires, enough no fuel there for Michael McDowell. Open it up.
Make his way out. Brad Keselowski now on the
Brad Keselowski making a pit stop.
Come in. Connor Zilic is in as well. Steve Post, Brad, and Connor are headed your way.
Yeah, Brad Keselowski needs the car to be freed up just a little bit.
Brad Keselowski freeing it up a little.
Bringing his car down to the attention of the crew. A little bit loose as well on that car. Go around to the right side. Off the Connor Zilic car. Right side tires are done. Minor chassis adjustment. Very minor. About a quarter turn. So no fuel is plugged into the left side. Left side tires off. Left side tires on. There goes Connor Zilic. He's down and away.
To Jason Toy.
Austin Dillon's in slow on the right rear. They're going to lose a lot of time on pit road. They'll swing around to the left side to complete the work. Chris Busher just wrapped up his work as well.
Both of those drivers make their way back out onto the racetrack. Look back up to turn number 4. Smoke billowing out from behind the car. They get it down to pit road speed. Shane Van Gisbergen is on pit road as we speak. He works his way all the way down towards pit out. Steve Post, here comes SVG.
SVG brings that Chevrolet into the attention of the crew. Stephen Dorr in there. They just have really not got the handle on the car just yet. Go around to the right side of that automobile. Going to be 4 tires. Sunoco Racing Fuel for Shane Van Gisbergen. They need to work on their automobile. Jason, looks like Ryan Priest is in front of you.
Making a pit stop. Routine pit work. Right side good. Left side good. They've topped it off with Sunoco Fuel for Ryan Priest, who's been pretty happy with the fire off of that race car.
Different strategy call here for some of these teams. Todd mentioned you might want to do a 3-stop strategy here in the stage. Some are going to look like make it a 2-stop strategy here in the stage.
Yeah, as you look at this, and it seems like it's going to be about half and half as they play this one out. We're going to have to see which strategy dominates stage 2.
As the field continues to work under the green flag, Ryan Blaney's the race leader. Chase Briscoe is second. Austin Cindric is third. The rest of the top 10 will see Joey Logano fourth. Josh Berry fifth. Denny Hamlin is sixth. William Byron seventh. Tyler Reddick has made his way up to the number 8 spot. And then it's Bubba Wallace ninth. And Christopher Bell rounds out the top 10. Ty Gibbs has the Victory Junction game camp Toyota on pit lane in front of Steve.
Now, Ty Gibbs reported that car was very, very tight on this run, especially in the center of the corner. Going to be 4 tires, minor adjustment on the car as well. 4 tires, Sunoco Racing Fuel. Ty Gibbs is down and away.
Getting a lap
Ty Gibbs down on the way.
Here's John Hunter Nemechek in for his stop. Pretty quiet night for John Hunter Nemechek. Blue and white Toyota Camry. They go to work on the right side with him. Bump of the jack. Now they'll swing around to the left. With Sunoco Fuel for John Hunter Nemechek here on the entrance of pit road.
Lap 123, the Xfinity Toyota. Bubba Wallace is on pit road. Bubba making his way right up against the outside safer barrier. Here comes Bubba at pit road speed. Back to Steve.
Bubba Wallace brings his Toyota into the attention of the crew.
Bubba Wallace coming into his pit stop. Making a pit stop.
Right side work is done. Around to the left side, but Bubba Wallace, very, very solid footwork. His pit stop here on lap number 124. Jason, looks like the Wood Brothers cars in.
Come on the back straightaway.
Oh.
One car spins at the exit of turn 2. Big cloud of smoke. Hard to discern the number right now. Everybody jumps to the bottom of the
Caution
racetrack.
flag is out.
Everybody gets it cleared
Caution
at the
number
exit of turn
2.
Zane Smith going for a spin off turn
Zane
2.
Smith.
Caution
Oh,
flag
man.
is flying in the middle of a cycle of green flag pit stops. Zane Smith will right the car on the back straightaway. He'll spin it around, get going in the right direction. But this is going to throw everything into a bit of a tailspin as we were cycling on the leading edge of green flag pit stops at lap
56 out of 160 laps ran. 106 out of 400 laps total distance ran in this race so far. We've had 2 cautions, 11 lead changes, and 10 caution laps.
Straight Talk, an official partner of NASCAR. Available at Walmart and StraightTalk.com. Same price since 2009 applies only to base monthly price of the $45 Straight Talk plan from 10/16/09 to present. NASCAR is a registered trademark of the National Association for Stock Car Auto Racing, LLC, and is used with permission. Taxes and fees apply. Plan purchase required for offer.
Hey, NASCAR fans, this is Richard Childress. Hear that? That's the sound of pure speed, thanks to zero carbon bioethanol from Poet. Poet's bioethanol means cleaner air, higher octane, and better performance, all while creating a healthier racing environment for our fans. Plus, it's 100% American-made and supports our farmers. You can't beat zero. Learn more at poet.com/NASCAR.
Second Hardy's caution flying over the Cookout 400. Zane Smith going for a spin off turn 2. He's on pit road. The crew is working on the car. As Alex mentioned a moment ago, as this was happening in the middle of green flag pit stops, we have 15 cars on the lead lap. Daniel Suarez, at least for now, the last of them. We'll wait for timing and scoring to update. And pit road is open right now as the field comes
Pit
off.
road's open. See who comes in to make some pit stops and adjustments here.
An untimely Hardy's caution, Alex, that is going to bite a handful of drivers.
It is, but it will aid others as field will bunch up. It will be Chris Buescher who gets the free pass.
Chris Buescher getting a free pass.
Down by the time the caution flag flew. So Chris Buescher will get the free pass. Here they come on the pit road, led by Chase Briscoe. The rest of the cars, including Joey Logano to Jason.
Joey Logano got pit stall number 2 on the entrance of pit road. Right behind him, that is Chase Elliott. Right side work completed for Logano. They'll swing around to the left side. They're pretty happy with the race car. And the car getting better for Chase Elliott. Joey Logano, 4 tires, Sunoco fuel down on the way. The leader in front of you, Steve Post.
Yeah, the leader's in front of me is this Denny Hamlin. A little bit of rear grip on that car. Going to be 4 tires, minor adjustments. Racing fuel off the Citrus in. Chase Briscoe is in. And Ryan Blaney said the car got just a little bit loose right late in the run, but nothing. He could not manage these pit stops under caution here at lap number 128.
Chase Briscoe will be the first driver off the pit lane. It will be Joey Logano with 4 tires coming off in second. Ryan Blaney third. Denny Hamlin fourth. William Byron will round out the Fast Five off pit road at lap 129. From Richmond Raceway, this is the Motor Racing Network, the voice of NASCAR.
Every time the siren sounds or lights flash, someone's life is on the line. At Wheelan Engineering,
to find all of your favorite officially licensed NASCAR product. The NASCAR Shop is the official online store of NASCAR and your destination for all of your favorite hats, t-shirts, die-casts, and more. Whether tailgating, home gating, or anything in between, visit NASCAR.com/shop for the widest assortment and best selection of NASCAR gear today.
This is Alex Bowman. You're tuned into the NASCAR Cup Series on the Motor Racing Network, the voice of NASCAR.
Back at Richmond, working Hardy's caution 2 of the Cookout 400. Zane Smith having a problem on the back straightaway. He's been on pit road. The crew's been tending to that car. Zane is returning to the racetrack, and he will lose another lap now as they pass him. He's coming off the pit exit, and we're cycling through these pit stops. And, you know, when we talk about caution flag pit stops and green flag pit stops, Todd, one of the worst things that can happen is for the caution to come out in the middle of green.
Yeah, that definitely wasn't planned. That caution.
When you look at Josh Berry, who was
gonna screw up a lot of tire strategies for a lot of people.
Come to pit road, and his pit box was past the start-finish line. Had to get to pit road exit. Chase Briscoe beat him past there. Had to take the waiver round here, but he'll restart back, and it looks like about 17.
So the cars that are taking the waiver
See what
round,
happens
there are
here.
a host of them doing just that. We'll reset the running order for you once everything recycles back around. Zane Smith had the extended stay on the pit lane after the problem on the track. He is back there now. The crew is just going to do routine service and change the Goodyear Eagles there. As we get the one to go here at the start finish
One to
line,
go
time for the
until we're
teams to
green.
choose their restart lane, and it's presented by Freeway Insurance. More ways to choose, more ways to save. Freeway, your way.
11 cars will take the wave around to get back
Man,
on the
11
lead lap
cars
as
with
drivers
the
continue to
free
choose
pass.
their restarting positions. Chase Briscoe will restart on the inside of the front row. Joey Logano will be the challenger to his outside. Ryan Blaney will restart on the inside of row 2. Denny Hamlin will restart on the outside lane. Row 3. William
Here we
Byron
go,
and
getting
Austin
ready for a
Cindric
restart.
Side by side there. Byron on the bottom. You got Cindric top side. And then you got Chase Elliott who's entering the chat. He's got Ross Chastain restarting to his right elbow as the field is coming to the Poet Restart Zone, presented by Poet. Poet is proud to be an official bioethanol partner of NASCAR, delivering high-octane bioethanol with zero carbon.
They work their way behind the Toyota pace car, which will pull onto the pit lane as I speak, and it's going to be Briscoe on the inside lane. Joey Logano goes topside. Toyota Ford on the front row. Green flag goes back in the air out of the right hand of Shannon Bednarik on top of the flag stand. Racing again here at Richmond. Chase Briscoe gets the jump. He'll pull the field behind him over to turn number 2.
Good restart for Briscoe. He breaks away clear into the lead by the time they make it to turns 1 and 2. Down the back straightaway, the battle will be for second. To the inside, Ryan Blaney. To the outside, Joey Logano.
Briscoe starting to tiptoe away from the field. Behind him, you got a couple of Team Penske teammates. Ryan Blaney inside, Joey Logano outside. They're lined up behind them, double wide, about 5 rows deep.
Behind them, William Byron and Denny Hamlin, low and high in that battle for 4th and 5th position. Second spot for the moment will belong to Joey Logano. Tried to cross over, but Blaney still had a foot in the door.
We talked in the first stage that there weren't any Chevrolets really in the top 10 for the better part of the opening stage. That is changing. Byron is now 5th. Chastain is 6th. Chase Elliott is up to 8.
Ross Chastain has fought his way from deep in the field over the last 25, 30, 40 laps. He's had a very good race car. He's going to take it to the outside of Austin Cindric.
Ross Chastain trying to break his way into the top 5. He's in a side-by-side battle with Austin Cindric right now. The fight is on for the 5th position. Here's Denny Hamlin. He'll jam it to the inside of William Byron off the end of the front straightaway.
Aggressive move by Denny Hamlin will pick him up the number 4 spot. He pulls away down the back straightaway. They're still racing for 2nd and 3rd. Blaney to the inside. Logano up high.
Deeper in the field, there's been some paint swapping. Carson Hocevar got in the back of Kyle Larson. A lot of smoke flew in turn 3. By the time they got back to turn 1, Larson got into the back of Hocevar and shipped him up the racetrack. For the moment, Dave, it looks like they're going to settle things down.
Now, maybe they think they're even, although that usually doesn't work out that way. Usually the last guy that got nailed thinks he still owes you one, even if the score is even.
Off front, battle for second continues. The Logano-Blaney battle refuses to end.
Yeah, Hurricane.
But Dave, they can't get caught up in
Kinda making everyone mad here.
Because Denny Hamlin is closing quickly from behind.
Hamlin's right there on the back bumper looking for a little daylight, and Chase Briscoe loves the battle as well because it's allowed him to pull away by about 8 car lengths.
Yeah, it's Briscoe driving away for a 3-car fight for the runner-up spot. Logano has it. His Team Penske teammate there in 3rd. That's Ryan Blaney. Denny Hamlin. He's the interested onlooker from position number 4.
Hamlin trying to reel them in. He's got a couple of car lengths still to make up as they race off turn 2 to the back straightaway. Joey Logano running 2nd. Then the third spot to Blaney, Denny Hamlin in fourth.
William Byron now will round out the top 5. Things starting to settle down in the front 5 or so. Drop back to first side-by-side battle in the top 10. Got a couple of Toyota teammates there. Haven't spoken a lot about Christopher Bell tonight, but he is on the march now, low to the inside of Riley Herbst.
He's had a methodical evening, doesn't have the race car or hasn't had the race car he might have liked to have. Running back there somewhere between 12th and 17th place, making a little bit of progress here as he races under Riley Herbst.
Herbst is not going to give up the fight, though, from the outside lane without some sort of a significant battle. But Christopher Bell gets a better launch off turn number 4. He's going to get the advantage. Herbst tries to get back in line, but the lap car of Hocevar is there and moves Riley Herbst up the track.
Carson Hocevar not about to pull out of that situation.
Hurricane's getting into everyone here.
And he will power around Hocevar.
Riley Herbst running
Hurricane's
in 12th
not
position.
people's
Carson
friend
Hocevar
today.
is 1 lap down in 28. So for now, that battle will cool its jets, and after going back under the green flag, we're 11 laps in. Seems like everybody, Alex, is just taking a breath and exhaling all at the same time.
I think that's the case if you're in the front 10 to 15 positions, but if you're mid-pack, I don't think you got a whole lot of time to take a deep breath back there, Todd. These drivers, as we look off turn 4, 3 wide here up off of the corner, they're racing hard here.
You gotta take advantage of every opportunity because this is only a 3/4 mile racetrack. We've got 24-second lap times. If you let people go and you just be complacent, you're going to end up chasing. The leader's going to be on you, trying to put your lap down.
Things are settling down on the racetrack. Let's give you a full field rundown, let you know where they're running. Presented by Straight Talk Wireless. To all the fans enjoying today's race, you show up. So does Straight Talk Wireless, an official partner of NASCAR. Holding the line so you get more and pay less for it. No contracts, no surprises, straightforward, always. Available at Walmart and straighttalk.com.
86 laps to go in stage number 2. Chase Briscoe is the race leader. Joey Logano is second. Then it's Ryan Blaney third, and Denny Hamlin goes fourth. Fifth is William Byron. Sixth is Austin Cindric. Seventh is Ross Chastain. Running eighth is Chase Elliott. Eric Jones up to the 9th spot, and Alex Bowman is 10th.
Christopher Bell is just outside of the top 10. He's 11th with Riley Herbst in 12th. Daniel Suarez in 13th. Tyler Reddick is 14th and Josh Berry in 15th. Noah Gragson is 16th with Kyle Larson in 17th. Chris Buescher in 18th. Bubba Wallace 19th and Ty Gibbs in 20th.
21st, John Hunter Nemechek. 22nd is Ryan Priest. 23rd, Brad Keselowski. 24th is Shane Van Gisbergen. Michael
Priest
McDowell
not having a good day.
Austin Dillon 26th. Connor Zilic in 27th is the last.
He kind of needed a good day, but it isn't happening.
29th, Todd Gilliland, and 30th, Ricky Stenhouse Jr.
31st is Cole Custer. 32nd is Austin Hill. AJ Allmendinger is 33rd.
We had a lot of people having bad points night today.
Cody Ware is 2 laps down in 35th, and Josh Balicki is 3 laps down in 36th. Zane Smith, 7 laps down, 37th on the leaderboard. All cars are on the racetrack with 146 laps complete.
I gotta tell you, it's pretty fun being a race car, especially if you're Denny Hamlin's number 11 progressive car. Excuse me.
149 out of 400 laps ran here. And 79 out of, actually 80 out of 160 ran in stage number 2.
If your car could talk, it would tell you to get Progressive.
Y'all don't mind if Denny and I take this checkered flag, do ya?
Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Before NASCAR was a sport, it was a movement. You can't tell the story of America without telling the story of NASCAR. From the creators of The Last Dance, OJ Made in America, and Full Speed.
Both America and NASCAR were born with a healthy dose of youth.
The legends behind the wheel speak about the sport that helped forge America.
Racing is in people's blood.
This is the quintessential American sport. NASCAR Americana, 3-part docuseries, tonight after the race on USA.
Back at Richmond Raceway, we continue under the green flag. Chase Briscoe's lead now 1.6 seconds.
Man, Chase Briscoe running away.
Intense battle between Joey and his teammate Ryan Blaney has settled down. Joey has gotten the second spot. He's pulled away from Ryan Blaney by about 6 to 7 car lengths. Blaney only has about 2 to enjoy over Denny Hamlin, who rides fourth, with Austin Cindric rounding out the top 5. From Richmond Raceway, this is the Motor Racing Network, the voice of NASCAR.
Yeah, Penske is showing up today.
Do something for you. There's pride in self-reliance, in working with your hands, in harnessing the power of an E3 spark plug with diamond fire technology, yielding better engine
Barry
performance.
doing pretty good.
You have a choice to make. Take control of your ride, of your life.
Yeah, Josh Berry trying to find a ride, because after this year, he might be done. Well, at least done with Wood Brothers.
Ready to rev your engines, NASCAR
Then I'll have to
fans.
try to
The thrill,
find
the
another
speed, the
ride
action.
next year.
You can now experience it all for free on the NASCAR channel on Tubi. Feel the adrenaline with a library of unforgettable races.
Not
from
many
Daytona
rides
to
out there.
Talladega. It's a front row seat to NASCAR history. Best of all, it's completely free. Stream anytime, anywhere on your favorite fast platform. No fees.
Just
no
gonna mute real
strings,
quick because
just
it's a
NASCAR.
commercial.
Find the NASCAR.
In the NASCAR Live Race Day Post-Race Show, we will award the Xfinity Mobile Reliable Performance. Xfinity, imagine that.
With 76 laps to go here in stage number 2, Chase Briscoe showing the way, Joey Logano second, Ryan Blaney third, Denny Hamlin fourth. But Dave, between third and fourth, Blaney and Hamlin, they may not have been third and fourth if they got a little too much more aggressive with each other.
It got real ugly in turn number 3. Denny Hamlin got into the back of the Ryan Blaney machine. Blaney took a little double check going into 3, bounced off Hamlin, and he nearly both went to the fence. They've saved it now, and the battle is back on for third place.
They worked their way back around the Richmond Raceway. It has been a great run tonight. Over at the entrance to pit road, got a car peeling off the racetrack. It is going to be Brad Keselowski.
Oh, Brad
From the
Keselowski
27th
coming
spot,
into
the
his
last
pit
car
stop.
on the lead lap. Todd, he's going to make his way to pit road here.
Yeah, he was in a
his way to
situation where I feel
pit
like this
road.
run was going to be right at 100 laps. It was a question mark. If I split it with one stop, that's 50 and 50. If I split it with two stops, it's going to be 33, 33, 33. We'll see where this goes. Steve Post?
Rear drive has been the big issue for Brad Keselowski. That car just does not want to come up off the corner. Jeremy Bowen's going to throw some more adjustments on it. 4 tires to M.E.Racing fuel. Here at lap 157, Brad Keselowski back down in the way out on the racetrack.
Keselowski on a different strategy, and that's something that we talked about a lot here coming into the race weekend, Todd. As more cars coming off the track to come to pit road, what strategy will you employ?
Well, I feel like this is what the cars that had to take the waiver on because they were starting to do a 3-stop strategy. They've got to kind of stay on that because they had old tires. They're coming to pit road here and getting a set of tires. We'll see where that sets them up. Jason Toiler in front of you.
Working their way down the pit lane. We got several stops, including Austin Dillon. The car has gotten neutral for Austin Dillon, so they made an adjustment for him. Also, Ryan Preece said he's turning up the
Racing fuel at Connors Hill. It's still good, not great on the race car. Still just looking for more long run speed. Randall Burnett, a little bit more adjustment on the Connors Hill and South car.
With 71 laps to go in the stage, we're seeing a change at the number 7 spot. Chase Elliott able to drive by the Ross Chastain machine. So Elliott climbing the leaderboard. He'll go to 7. Top 10 as we run. Chase Briscoe, Joey Logano, Denny Hamlin, Ryan Blaney, Austin Cindric, the top 5. Positions 6 through 10, you've got William Byron, Chase Elliott, Ross Chastain, Eric Jones, and Alex Bowman. Rookie phenom, it's Connor Zillich. He's going to have to come back to pit road for a pass-through penalty. Busted for speeding on pit road on that green flag exchange.
Man.
Yeah, one of those things you just can't do on green flag exchanges. You're not looking to save that last 10th or 2. Got a little aggressive on pit road. Have to do a pass-through. That's going to really put him in a big deficit.
Race leader Chase Briscoe's on the backstretch, and Davy's got more traffic to deal with.
Black traffic dead ahead for Chase Briscoe. Closing in on the A.J. Allmendinger automobile. Been a rough night for A.J. They'll close in on the front stretch.
Here they come back down to the start-finish line. Allmendinger keeps his Chevrolet topside. The Toyota and the race leader Chase Briscoe down to the bottom of the speedway. Allmendinger falls another lap down. Briscoe drives by and now has clean racetrack.
Very impressed with Chase Briscoe tonight, Alex. Every time that car has come to pit road, they've made it just a little bit better, and it was pretty darn good to start with.
As they make their way now off turn number 4, back across the stripe, lap 150, or rather 163, I should say, goes on the board. Joey Logano is in second. Then it's Denny Hamlin third. He and Blaney have settled things down just a bit, but then Blaney and his teammate Austin Cindric are getting after it.
Yeah, they are. Ryan Blaney's car's begun to fade a little bit here over the long run. Austin Cindric's going to take advantage of that. He dives down to the bottom of the racetrack. He'll take the spot from Blaney.
Yeah, he will here. They come up off of turn number 4. Cindric got a car that's coming alive, and he needed it tonight coming in on the cut line as far as the chase goes. He padded his advantage now to 43 spots.
A top 5 finish for Austin Cindric tonight would be like found money in his bid to try and qualify for the chase. He has got away with Ryan Blaney, moved under the lap car of Zane Smith and Josh Malicki. He'll pull away off the wall.
They come off the corner, racing their way back to the start-finish line. Watching Chase Briscoe, Joey Logano racing for the lead. Watching Denny Hamlin as well.
I don't know if you guys can hear it, but my dog's trying to go vroom vroom, trying to copy the race cars. Kind of funny. This is the first time he's done that.
Pit stops, I should say, on the horizon. Race for the lead now. Here they come, Logano and Chase Briscoe. Now, they're being bypassed by Chris Buescher, Dave, who looks like he just left the launch pad at Cape Canaveral, but that's the power of fresh Goodyear rubber.
Yeah, fresh Goodyears on all 4 corners make everybody else look like they're tied to a stump. Chase Briscoe right now maybe wishing that they had taken tires. His car's gone tight, and Logano is closing fast.
Yeah, we got a battle for the race lead here in this traffic. Briscoe has the advantage. Logano has run him down. The battle is nose to tail. Logano trying to run down Briscoe.
Chase Briscoe just did not get that Toyota to rotate in the center and accelerate off the exit of the corner the way he could 20 or 30 laps to go. Lap traffic right in front of him.
My dog's literally going vroom vroom right now, Jimmy. It's hilarious.
Briscoe with lap traffic around them, cars lapping themselves, being passed mightily by that traffic.
I should make a video.
Tries to keep Joey Logano at bay.
Logano keeping the heat on the back bumper of Chase Briscoe's M.E.Racing Toyota. Down the backstretch in at 3. They'll go to the outside and put a lap on Michael McDowell.
McDowell will come to pit lane, as a matter of fact, while the leaders go flashing by. 61 to go here in the stage as we get set for a big weekend of racing at the Martinsville Speedway. You like short track racing in NASCAR style? No better place to do it than Martinsville Speedway. Clay Campbell, track president, joining us here on the broadcast. Great race going on here at Richmond tonight.
Yes, it is. It's just classic short track racing, and that's what you mentioned. If you like good short track racing, Martinsville's coming up, and it's great to have, the race here at Richmond, the race in Martinsville. So good for the Commonwealth of Virginia, so good for the economy, and we're just proud to be a part of it.
What is next up on the Martinsville racing calendar?
Actually, the next race is September 26th, is our NASCAR late model stock race, Valley Star Credit Union 300, excuse me, and what a race that is. I'm thinking 500 because sometimes it feels like it's 500 laps.
Wait, hang on just a second. Joey Logano has caught Chase Briscoe. He'll pull to the inside of Chase Briscoe with lap traffic directly ahead. Battle for the lead side by side, lap 172.
Logano thought about wedging it to the bottom, but thought again about it. Here they come down the back straightaway, heading for turn number 3. 3 wide around the Cole Custer.
Wow, 3 wide.
Goes to the lead.
With Kyle Larson coming to pit lane,
Joey Logano with the lead.
Make it lap 172 and Joey Logano to the lead. Kind of like what we see in the Valley Star Credit Union 300, but names like Landon Pembleton or Peyton Sellers, they do the same type of thing at Martinsville.
Absolutely. And that race is so big, and it gets bigger every year. The biggest purse those guys run for. And I won't even begin to think and name the drivers that have started their career, launched their career because of that event. So it's so big, and we always look forward to it because it's just one exciting race.
Well, and that's also the final leg of the Virginia Triple Crown, which that money in itself means a lot to those drivers. That's something fun that has come to life in the last handful of years or so that has really gotten the drivers jazzed up and the fans alike.
It really has, and it's been around for a few years, but like you say, in the past few years, it's really grown and gotten a life of its own. But to be the third race in the championship race of the Virginia Triple Crown, with two great short tracks, South Boston and Langley Speedway. We're just excited. We can't wait till that weekend.
That is September 26th. Make your plans to be at Martinsville Speedway for the Valley Star Credit Union 300. Once they wrap up late model racing there, it's Xfinity 500 weekend, full throttle ahead, October 30th through November 1st. Xfinity 500, it's a perfect time to be in Virginia.
It really is, and what a great weekend, the penultimate weekend of the chase, October 30th with Craftsman Trucks, October 31st with their Raleigh Auto Parts Series, and then Sunday, the Xfinity 500 for Cup. What a great weekend, and like you say, that's the place to be if you're a NASCAR fan. Martinsville, Virginia, that weekend.
And love spending Halloween in Martinsville at the same time. Now, let's not get too far beyond the tips of our skis, but the 2027 schedule has been coming out. What can fans look forward to as far as that's concerned?
We're really looking forward to it because if you look at our first race in April, we've been the last weekend of March for a number of years. Now we're April 15th through 17th, and 17th and 18th, excuse me. But that is a great time to be in Virginia. And, you can remember years ago, it used to be the last weekend of April. Now we're in the middle of it. So that's great. And then we're still the penultimate race in the chase in the fall. And we're a week later, 5th through 7th of November. 2 great weekends, and we're looking forward to, we don't want to wish our time away in 26, but we're looking forward to 27 as well.
So how can folks get tickets not only to the Valley Star Credit Union 300 late model race, but the Xfinity 500 weekend?
Absolutely. Give us a call at 877-RACE-TIX, RACETIX, or go online at MartinsvilleSpeedway.com. We're looking forward to seeing all the race fans in Virginia.
That is Clay Campbell, the president of Martinsville Speedway. Can't wait to get there later on in the year. On the racetrack right now, Joey Logano has taken the lead. He's pulled away from Chase Briscoe by 1.4 seconds. 52 laps to go in stage number 2.
Cookout in Richmond. Fast service and fast cars. A great match. Cooked outdoors style food at max speed. Cookout is where the hamburgers are char grilled. Always fresh, never frozen. Goes great with an ice cold Coca-Cola or a shake. So fans, don't forget to race through the Cookout drive-thru for a Cookout tray today. They're open late.
Curious what drivers talk about during the race? Visit RacingElectronics.com today to purchase a scanner and listen to uncensored audio from every team in the race. Learn more at RacingElectronics.com or stop by and see them in the vendor area today.
In the automotive industry, time and trust mean everything. Miss an electrical problem, and it can mean big problems for your operation. That's why NAPA believes in testing the 5 critical components in every vehicle: the battery, starter, alternator, relay, and serpentine belt. And why we deliver the parts, tools, and expertise you need to catch problems before they become breakdowns. So test every vehicle and trust the name that keeps your days busy and your business moving full speed ahead.
Green flag pit stops happening right now at the Richmond Raceway. Let's go to Steve Post.
There's Ryan Blaney bringing his car into the attention of the field. Going to be 4 times to no racing fuel for Blaney.
Here we go. More pit stops happening.
Minor chassis adjustment, and around to the left side. Chase Briscoe was in. He needed a little help with the right rear. Austin Cindric was in.
Off the Cindric on pit road.
He was arcing into the corner. Daniel Flores was
Flores.
Cindric had to stand the car on its nose and stop before easing into the pit box. Jason Toys
already had a handful of pit stops making their way down. Of course, Joey Logano came in. Left around left 178, close to complete. Chase Elliott, he just finished up his stop. He's down on the way, but his teammates came down a couple laps ahead of him. Alex Bowman, also Kyle Larson, and William Myra. The Hendrick cars are starting to come alive. So later this race rolls.
Joey Logano cycled back around. He's the current race leader. Chase Briscoe is second. Ryan Preece up to third. That will change this time by as Hamlin has just snuck by. So Denny Hamlin will go to third. Preece drop kick to fourth. Christopher Bell rounds out the top 5. 47 laps to go in stage number 2 from Richmond Raceway. This is the Motor Racing Network, the voice of NASCAR.
What's up? I'm Joey Fatone.
And I'm Lance Bass.
And we are the hosts of E's new competition series, Cocktail Wars, where 3 mixologists battle to craft the ultimate cocktail.
And we're judging each cocktail.
Those drinks were fire.
Woohoo, yeah.
Alongside celebrity guest judges,
Seth Green.
Braun Strowman.
This is the coolest thing.
This isn't a low-key mixer, it's war.
Cocktail Wars premieres Tuesday at 10, only on E.
Introducing the RE4000 Bluetooth scanner from Racing Electronics. Experience uncensored real-time audio from drivers and crews, all hands-free and wireless with Bluetooth functionality. Fast, lightweight, and zero latency. The RE4000 keeps you locked into every pass, every pit stop, and every checkered flag. Plus, with automatic over-the-air programming at major events, setup is quick and effortless. Check it out at racingelectronics.com today.
This is Ty Gibbs. You're tuning into the NASCAR Cup Series on the Motor Racing Network, the voice of NASCAR.
189 out of 400 laps ran total in today's race. 119 out of 160.
Richmond Raceway, Saturday night short track racing.
Our stage 2.
Today's broadcast is presented by Progressive Insurance.
Joey Logano is your leader. Second, Chase Briscoe. Denny Hamlin third. Fourth, Chase Elliott. Christopher Bell, Ryan Blaney, Austin Cindric, William Byron, Alex Bowman, and Ryan Priest to round out your top 10.
Let's update the leaderboard for you. Let you know where your favorite driver is running. Logano leads, Briscoe second, Denny Hamlin's third. Now, Denny is 5 seconds behind Logano there in the third spot. Christopher Bell is fourth. He's 8.7 seconds back. Chase Elliott's up to fifth, 9 seconds behind the leader. Then you get Ryan Blaney in sixth, William Byron in seventh, Austin Cindric in eighth, Alex Bowman ninth, and Ryan Priest has fallen to 10th.
With Kyle Larson being scored 11th, Josh Berry 12th, and Tyler Reddick 13th. Austin Dillon is 14th, Chris Buescher 15th, Michael McDowell is 16th, Ross Chastain goes 17th, and Daniel Suarez 18th. Eric Jones 19th, and Riley Herbst is 20th.
Bubba Wallace is 21st, the final car on the lead lap. First car a lap in arrears is Shane Van Gisbergen in 22nd. John Hunter Nemechek is 23rd, Ty Gibbs 24th, Noah Gragson 25th, Connor Zilich is 26th, Austin Hill is 27th, with Brad Keselowski 28th, Todd Gilliland 29th, and Carson Hocevar in 30th.
31st is A.J. Allmendinger, 32nd is Ricky Stenhouse Jr., 33rd Cole Custer, 34th is Ty Dillon, Cody Ware goes 35th, Josh Balicki is 36th, and Zane Smith has just emerged from the NASCAR Cup Series garage after changing some suspension parts after contact with the Turn 2 wall earlier. He's 29 laps down, but all cars are back on the track. All cars are running.
Ryan Priest just had a pit stop. He goes back out onto the racetrack. While we watched a great battle for fifth, Ryan Blaney, Christopher Bell going at it off turn 2.
Here they come to the back straightaway. They've had a pretty good little battle, separated by a car length right now. They're about 6 car lengths behind the Chase Elliott machine, another 3 ahead of Austin Cindric.
That's a pretty good race for position here. It seems like Blaney's been in a lot of private battles, whether it's been for the race lead with Chase Briscoe or what we've been describing here, Blaney and Bell getting after it for the number 5 position.
And it looks like this last stop at Jonathan Nasser made that car a lot better for Ryan Blaney. We saw him bleeding positions, kind of falling back. He led early, but he was falling back and really made that car better, driving his way forward up to 5th right now, second fastest car.
You know, it's interesting, all the different strategies that's going on right now. I'm trying to figure out how all this is going to filter out. We are 63 laps into this green flag run. The longest we had was earlier today in stage 1 at lap 70. So we had a caution come out in the middle of green flag pit stops earlier. Now we're cycling through green flag pit stops now, but some are doing 2 stops, some are doing 3 stops. This is really, you put the old strategy machine to its limits right now.
Yeah, I feel like we've seen most everybody that we've gotten to that's in the top 15. They've made their last stop of this run. We did see Ryan Priest just come down. Steve Post, Chase Briscoe's P2. You've got a little nose.
Now Chase Briscoe just radioed into James Small, the crew chief. James, the brake pedal feels a little bit soft on it. Remember, they were a team that had a little brake issues last week in Iowa as well, so it certainly got their attention. Now James has just talked to them in the spotter. They've talked about running a specific gear. Do you need to be shifting? And what can we do with the transmission to help a little bit to alleviate what might be a soft brake pedal? So we'll keep monitoring and certainly say in Chase Briscoe's pit with that possible brake problem on his Toyota.
Just got a little contact into turn 1 from some cars that were on different tighter strategies slid up the hill. As he talks about shifting, sometimes because you can downshift and run a gear lower, if you downshift, you use the transmission to slow the car down and take some of the brake pressure pedal, the use of the brake, not using the brake as much to slow the car down. That can help take a little bit of heat out of the brakes.
He's visiting with Mike Messick from the Ford Motor Company engines down there, Roush Yates Engines, earlier today, as we do every week, but we were talking about gearing, what they do. the gear rule that NASCAR has given these teams this weekend here on the short track, they're running 5th gear here out of the 5 gears. When they downshift, it's only down to 4th, whereas in years going by, sometimes they would run in 4th and up to 5th and then shift back down, maybe even to as low as 3rd. But they're running 5th gear when they downshift only to 4th here tonight in this race.
Watching Joey Logano pull away now, 1.7 seconds over Chase Briscoe that we're documenting, having challenges on the brake side of things. And both drivers, first, second, matter of fact, all lead lap cars, wrestling with black traffic. Joey Logano having his hands full, although Dave successfully picking his way through some of the back markers.
And as he does so, Mike, some pretty good race cars are getting put into the lap down category. Bubba Wallace just got passed a moment ago. Austin Hill about to go a lap down here.
Lap number 200 goes on the board. Cross flags are in the air. We're halfway home in the Cookout 400, and Joey Logano is the race leader.
You served behind the desk.
You served in combat.
You did 4 years and got out.
You were drafted.
You gave 20 years.
You gave exactly what your country needed.
And so did you.
When you raised your hand and swore an oath to your country, when you put your name on the dotted line, you became part of only 1% of Americans who did the same. You are a veteran.
You are a veteran.
You are a veteran. Because no matter when, where, or how you served, you made a sacrifice for your country, and you deserve support.
If you're struggling with life after service, don't wait. Reach out.
Reach out to a loved one, to a fellow veteran, to VA.
Find resources at va.gov/reach.
Brought to you by the United States Department of Veterans Affairs and the Ad Council.
Lap 202, Kyle Larson peels off the racetrack. He'll come to pit lane and give up a lead lap position in the number 13 spot. Let's cover the stop for Kyle Larson.
A little bit different strategy here as they continue to work their way up towards the front. Right side tires going on, a little bit slow, but they'll swing it around to the left side. Not enough fuel to get them to the rest of the end of the stage. Left side tires on for Kyle Larson. He's gone.
He'll make his way back out on the racetrack with 27 laps to go in stage number 2 from Richmond Raceway. This is the Motor Racing Network, the voice of NASCAR.
We're at the start-finish line.
William Byron on pole position. Green flag is out. We're racing.
We're in the turn.
Here to the inside comes Kyle Larson. He and Hamlin both.
We're on pit road.
The race off the pit road is Denny Hamlin.
We are live from the track. The Motor Racing Network, your home for NASCAR racing. Don't miss a lap, pit stop, or side-by-side race for the win. Listen to all the play-by-play action on your local radio station at MRN or NASCAR.com.
The finish is only the beginning.
There goes the town dancing turn number 11. Shane Van Gisbergen is the toast of the town.
Every race is packed with strategy, split-second decisions, and moments that deserve the second look. Join me, Cal Petty, as Steve and I give you our weekend winners, and I'm going to give you my hot take as only I can. We're going to break down the biggest storylines, explain the calls that matter most, and take you inside the race. Catch us weekly on the NASCAR channel.
This is Daniel Suarez. You are tuning into the NASCAR Cup Series on the Motor Racing Network, the voice of NASCAR.
Just past the halfway point, the Cookout 400, 207 of the 400 scheduled laps for tonight's race have been complete. Time for a mid-race update brought to you by Liberty Mutual. Liberty Mutual customizes your auto and home insurance, so you only pay for what you need. To this point in the race, we've had 7 different drivers take their turn leading races. They have been led by Ryan Blaney. He's led the most laps tonight, a total of 88. Chase Briscoe second on the lead lap count at 80 circuits. Then it's Joey Logano, Bubba Wallace, and Denny Hamlin, the top 5 lap leaders of the 7 who have taken their turns at the leaderboard. Those drivers have swapped the lead a total of 15 different times officially at the start-finish line. We've been slowed by only 2 Hardy's caution flags for a total of 15 laps tonight. First Hardy's caution came out at lap number 70 at the end of stage number 1 when Ryan Blaney got the stage win. The second Hardy's caution came out on lap 125 when Zane Smith went for a solo spin and made contact with the turn 2 safer barrier. Zane Smith went to pit lane, sent to the garage, made some repairs to the car. He's back on the track. as we run with 209 laps complete. 13 cars are on the lead lap. Joey Logano, the leader. Suarez is the last car on the lead lap.
Todd, we talked earlier in NASCAR Live Race Day about the transition that this track goes through from day to night. That transition to nighttime is obviously complete. What are you noticing about that transition now as the track has cooled down considerably?
You're really starting to see a lot of cars using that low exit off of turn 4, especially Joey Logano here. He's not even coming up to that dash lane, the dash lane underneath. He's 2 car widths off the wall, running out there in the lead in clean air, just trying to find places where there's grip. This place cools down, and it gets where it's got a little bit of turn, but you're still fighting that drive off the corner.
So, Dave Moody, we saw Shane Van Gisbergen last year in this race. Earlier today in the Craftsman Truck Series race, run all the way up against the safer barrier. So far, we haven't seen too many drivers venture up there here tonight.
No, it's been a mixed bag for SVG. He's one of the first to go up there and use that 3-wide lane, if you will. But when he's got up the racetrack in front of him, he seems to favor the bottom of the racetrack. The fast lane has not migrated to the top, that's for sure. When it does, we'll see more cars up there.
For the most part, the fast lane, bottom lane of the racetrack, or the second lane off the bottom. That's where all of the drivers seem to be running at this very moment. We had told you a moment ago, Chase Briscoe was having great challenges. He has fallen back now to 5.7 seconds behind the race leader, Joey Logano. Matter of fact, in that last lap, he gave up 0.4 of a second. So as they continue to nurse their brake challenges, they have been able, Alex, to hang on to the second spot. And they do have about a second over Denny Hamlin, who rides in third.
Yeah, Hamlin having a strong night tonight. And you listen to our NASCAR Live Race Day pre-race when we talked to him on the grid before we had the anthem. He said they just weren't that good. He didn't expect to be all that good tonight. But Denny Hamlin here this year has got a bit of a tell. When he says they're not very good, they turn out to be pretty good.
Well, speaking of drivers that have had challenging nights, what about Kyle Larson? He is 1 lap down. He's in the 21st position, and he is things have not come together on the racetrack or on pit road for that team tonight as well.
No, it really hasn't. He's got the #1 ranked pit crew in the NASCAR Cup Series this season on average, so they get the job done out there. They've been working a bit of a different strategy here this season, and Kyle Larson coming into tonight's Cookout 400 has been on a bit of an ugly streak in the NASCAR Cup Series. He's had finishes in 4 straight races coming into tonight of 33rd or worse. Take that a step further. He's finished off of the lead lap in the last 5 consecutive starts.
They just need something good to happen. And Cliff Daniels brought him down. The car wasn't handling well with like 27 to go. They came and took tires. They're going to have to hustle to get themselves back on the tail end of the lead lap. He's trying to get it done.
Yeah, he is trying to get it done. He's in a pack of heavy traffic now, intertwined with those on the lead lap and fellow lap down cars. So we continue to work our way through the green flag cycle we're in right now. Longest green flag cycle of the night, the 87th lap that we have run continually under the green flag. Of course, we've got 4 pit stops coming up. And Alex, we still have 183 laps to go. We're not too far past the halfway point.
No, we're not. So, Todd Gordon, let's talk a little bit about the Goodyear tires and the allotment, because talking to a lot of the crew chiefs down there in the garage yesterday in practice and here today before the race, some crew chiefs were concerned about the number of tires that NASCAR has given them here this weekend.
So if you look at where we've gotten to, yes, we're a little aggressive on that sequence. But the guys that are everybody that's on the lead lap in a standard procedure, they've been to pit road 4 times. So they've got 4 more sets of stickers laying in their pit box, plus a set of scuffs that are your qualifying scuffs. When we talk about scuffs, they've got your qualifying lap or 2 on them. They're a little bit kind of worn. They're not going to fire off like a sticker, but they're much better than the tires you've got on. They should have enough tires to go forward. We do have some guys that are 5 laps sets into this. That's a little tighter.
Watching the battle for second, coming off turn 4. The lap car of Kyle Larson goes blasting around Chase Briscoe. And as Briscoe looks in his rearview mirror, Dave, here comes Denny Hamlin shutting down the separation between the two.
Little by little, Denny Hamlin has pulled himself into contention in that battle for the #2 position. Kyle Larson on fresher tires, motors by both of them. Connor Zilic will do the same. Now Briscoe is right on the front bumper of Denny Hamlin.
And he comes back across the start-finish line. They got the lap machine of Connor Zilic there. This is second and third we're talking about between Briscoe and Hamlin as they head for the backstretch.
Not a huge difference, even with the braking trouble for for Briscoe. Not a huge difference between these two cars. It's taken Hamlin a good long time to reel in Chase Briscoe.
And to give you an example of how big Joey Logano's lead has gotten, when Joey leaves the end of the back straightaway, this Briscoe-Hamlin battle hasn't even cleared turn 2 yet. Logano is in the zone, while Briscoe is just trying to fend off the advances of Hamlin in this private battle for second.
Yeah, no hope of catching Joey Logano anytime soon for Chase Briscoe. He just like to ride around and hang on to that runner-up spot. Denny Hamlin's got other ideas.
Yeah, he does. He's going to go to the outside of turn number 4 to try to get around Chase Briscoe. Briscoe takes his car way low on exit, tries to get the momentum built up. This battle for second is now catching lap traffic.
This is what really can make the middle stages of a race interesting. Two drivers right now with a ton of experience, less than ideal race cars, just trying to work on their line and find a way to create a little more speed.
Here's Denny Hamlin. He's trying to find a way to create an opening to the inside of Chase Briscoe, and he finds it off turn 4. Denny Hamlin is there. He'll plant his Toyota to the inside of his teammates' Toyota and Chase Briscoe.
Hamlin on the inside, Briscoe on the outside. They'll run fender to fender. Off turn 2 and down the back straightaway. Big pack of lapped automobiles dead ahead as they continue to run nose to nose.
Yeah, this is going to get very, very interesting between the Joe Gibbs Racing Toyota teammates. They work hard for position number 2. 5 laps to go in the stage as they work their way back.
5 laps to go in stage number 2.
Kalicki, Todd Gilliland dead ahead. They'll bypass Kalicki. It is still Hamlin down low. Briscoe up high. Wheel to wheel, the battle for second place.
Kyle Larson's been working hard on the racetrack. He has just worked his way into the number 1 car that is 1 lap down. He is in the free pass
158 out of 160 ran here in stage number 2.
Denny Hamlin got a good run off turn 4 that time. That allows him to pull away from Briscoe. Briscoe will fall back in line behind Denny Hamlin, about a car length back, to move Denny Hamlin to P2.
So Hamlin climbs the leaderboard with 3 to go here in stage number 2. Race leader is Joey Logano, free and clear of traffic for the moment on the backstretch.
1 to go in stage number 2.
Right now. He exits turn number 2 as the second place car is not even into turn 1 yet. Logano with more than the back straightaway of a lead.
And Logano is by himself on the racetrack. He's not threatening to put a car a lap down, although Bubba Wallace will be that next car to go 1 lap in a rear should Joey find the speed or Bubba find the lack of it off turn 2.
Joey Logano doesn't have to do a whole lot right now. His lead is big enough he can get out and walk to the green and white checkered flag. For the moment, at least, he'll just follow Bubba Wallace.
They will back through turns 3 and 4. Behind Logano now, some 15 car lengths, is the first car lap down, Kyle Larson. He's got fresher Goodyear tires as we begin the final lap now of stage number 2. Logano being taken way up the racetrack.
Oh, man.
Logano now trying to make his way past lap traffic. That's Bubba Wallace. He'll swap lanes and go to the bottom. A bit of an anxious moment, but it really did not allow Kyle Larson to get close.
Off turn 4, here comes Joey Logano. He will come to the
Joey Logano going to pick up your stage number 2 win.
Stage 2 of the Cookout 400 is over, and Joey Logano will win it. Denny Hamlin comes across the line in second. Chase Briscoe in third. Ryan Blaney fourth. Austin Cindric fifth. Josh Berry will finish stage 2 in the 6th position. Make that Cindric fourth, Blaney fifth, Berry sixth, with Chase Elliott, Christopher Bell, Tyler Reddick, and William Byron rounding out the top 10 finishers of tonight's second stage.
What's up? I'm Joey Patel.
1 more stage left to go.
I'm the host of E's new competition series, Cocktail Wars, where 3 mixologists battle to craft the ultimate cocktail.
And we're
To
judging
find out who wins it overall.
Fire.
yeah.
Alongside celebrity guest judges,
Seth Green.
Braun Strowman.
This is the coolest thing.
This isn't a low-key mixer, it's war.
Cocktail Wars premieres Tuesday at 10, only on E!
Wherever you are in life, Freeway gives you more ways to choose and more ways to save. You choose the coverage, you choose the price. Because at Freeway, it's all about real people, real choices, and real savings for every driver. No matter where you live, Freeway's here to help. Your way. And remember, you always win with Freeway. Go to freeway.com and start saving today. Freeway, your way.
Kyle Kyle Larson will receive the free pass under this caution presented
Nice.
by NASCAR
Kyle Larson with the
on
free
USA.
pass.
The story behind America's fastest sport, NASCAR Americana, 3-part docuseries tonight after the race, only on USA. Hardy's caution number 3 flying over the Cookout 400. 12 cars on the lead lap, soon to be 13th when Kyle gets that wave around. Pit stops coming up from Richmond Raceway. This is the Motor Racing Network, the voice of NASCAR.
Vicente Salas started from pole, led the most laps, and won at Richmond in Week 8 of the INascar Coca-Cola iRacing Championship Series. NASCAR's officially sanctioned esports series featuring the top sim racers from around the world. It was Salas and Cut-On Esports' first win of the season. Don't forget to tune in August 18th at 8 p.m. Eastern for the regular season finale at Daytona International Speedway on INascar.com. Brought to you by Coca-Cola, iRacing, and NASCAR.
The chase is back.
And so is NASCAR Hot Pass for the 2026 season, as we go into the garage and hear from the sports newsmakers.
Now we have a different set of rules, but it's all starting at 0 again, and we have to change the way we go win the championship.
NASCAR Hot Pass, weekdays from the Motor Racing Network.
It's not a massive change. It's still the same car. But, we didn't change cars. We're just keeping up with everybody else.
This is Austin Cindric. You're tuned in to the NASCAR Cup Series on the Motor Racing Network, the voice of NASCAR.
Back at Richmond Raceway, pit road will be open in a moment. Let's pause 10 seconds for station identification on the Motor Racing Network. The NASCAR Cup Series is racing tonight in Richmond, Virginia. The Cookout 400, lap 233 on the board. Mike Backley, Alex Hayden, Todd Gordon with you topside. Dave Moody covering the action in the corners. And right now, a busy time for Steve Post and Jason Toy. JT?
Joey Logano's going to be the first to hit his mark. Had such a huge lead. He was down here by himself for a while. Right side tires, left side tires on. Sunoco fuel topped off. He is good to go along with Chase Elliott. Steve Post.
Down here, Denny Hamlin is in. He lost a little bit of turn right in the center. Late in the run, pretty happy overall with the race car. Chase Briscoe, he struggled getting down into the corner, just couldn't hustle the car down in. And Ryan Blaney, his big issue was drive off. The car was very, very tight, and Ryan Blaney just lost the rear tires over the course of that run. These pit stops, lap 234, end of stage number 2.
Big gainer on this round of pit stops. The Wood Brothers, the pioneer of the pit stop. Wood Brothers and driver Josh Berry gained 2 spots. Barry comes off pit road in 4th behind Joey Logano, Denny Hamlin, and Chase Briscoe.
Do you have $10,000 or more in credit card debt? Are you barely getting by making minimum payments? With credit card debt reaching all-time highs, National Debt Relief is letting everyone know about great debt.
Yeah, I like how Josh Berry's not giving up.
People with overwhelming credit card debt. These options may reduce a large portion of your credit card debt. Get a free debt relief consultation when you call 800-212-2828.
Yeah, hopefully something works out for Josh Berry.
That's 800-212-2828.
Curious what drivers talk about during the race? Visit RacingElectronics.com today to purchase a scanner and listen to uncensored audio from every team in the race. Learn more at RacingElectronics.com or stop by and see them in the vendor area today.
Cookout in Richmond, fast service and fast cars. A great match. Cooked outdoors style food at max speed.
Of your life, or be the passenger princess of it. Visit E3Sparkplugs.com to put the power in your hands.
It's your chance to win big while giving back.
Hi, I'm Ryan Blaney, a third-generation race car driver.
and I dedicate a lot of my time going fast. But when my grandpa was diagnosed with Alzheimer's, it was a very unexpected bump in the road for us. It's important to notice if older family members are acting differently or having trouble with routine tasks. Early detection of Alzheimer's can give your family time to explore support services and access available treatments. If you or your family are noticing changes, it could be Alzheimer's. Talk about seeing a doctor together. Visit alz.org/time to talk. A message from the Alzheimer's Association and the Ad Council.
This is Denny Hamlin, and you're tuned in to the NASCAR Cup Series on the Motor Racing Network, the voice of NASCAR.
Motor Racing Network's coverage from Richmond Raceway is brought to you by Cocktail Wars with Lance Bass and Joey Fatone. Premieres Tuesday on E! And by Freeway Insurance. More ways to choose, more ways to save. Freeway, your way.
We welcome you back to Richmond Raceway. We work the Hardy's caution flag for the third time here in tonight's race. We'll get the one-go signal when the pace car brings the field back around to the front straightaway. Let's get a thought from the pit lane from Steve Post. This trip to pit road is presented by Cocktail Wars on E! Get ready to shake things up with Lance Bass and Joey Fatone on E's all-new competition series, Cocktail Wars. Premieres this Tuesday on E! Posty?
Alex, when we come to a track like Richmond or Darlington or a place like that, we spend most of our night walking up and down the pit road, counting sets of tires. And what I'm looking at, most of the drivers that are on this front run of the field, Denny Hamlin, Chase Briscoe, Ryan Blaney, they have 3 sets of stickers left for the course of this run. So you want to hold one back, and that way if we have a caution with 15 or 20 laps to go. So it's going to be interesting to see just how they play this out to hold one off, and an untimely caution really makes this interesting. We're in good shape on tires.
Yeah, it's pretty cool that they have a scuff set.
Just a little bit tightened up. Jason Toy?
Yeah, pretty much the same thing here on the middle section. We got a lot of different scenarios on teams that are 2-stopping or 3-stopping on certain things. We've seen a lot with the RFK Racing Group. They kind of went a little bit off kilter from everybody else. They have got the max left of what they can use on their tires. Maybe an extra set opportunity for some of the Hendrick teams down here.
See what happens here with these pit
continuing to pick them up and put them down. They've got a great strategy they've worked with. It's going to be interesting here in this final stage how it breaks out.
Pace car on pit road. Green flag back in the air. Stage
Green flag
3.
back up in the air for stage number 3.
400 is underway. Here comes Chase Briscoe inside of Joey Logano. So stacked
There we
up
go.
right behind them in 2.
Side by side with Chase Briscoe and Joey Logano. Austin Cindric right behind him.
Once again, 3 wide behind them.
Man, 3 wide.
Because the middle car, Josh Berry, got moved up the track courtesy of the right quarter panel of Austin Cindric. Cindric comes away with 3rd, but he's going to get the business again. Berry returns the favor.
Very aggressive racing here on the restart in stage number 3. Side by side for the lead. Briscoe on the inside. Logano on the outside.
Briscoe and Logano going at it.
Cindric 2x2.
Denny Hamlin on the comeback trail.
Side
He
by
closes
side.
in on Josh Berry. Denny Hamlin running in 5th. Behind them, a couple of Chevrolets are side by side there. Here's Ross Chastain to the outside. Chase Elliott's going to send her in hard down low.
Furthest up the ladder, Ross Chastain has been this evening. He's got himself a battle with Elliott. Front of the pack. The battle for the lead continues. Logano trying to rimrod the outside on Briscoe.
Who hits down at the bottom of the racetrack is Chase Briscoe. Still wheel to wheel, completely dead heat. Back into turns 1 and 2 for the top spot.
As they race side by side, they've actually pulled away from the 3rd, 4th, and 5th place machines. They are setting a very torrid pace at the front. Briscoe, after car length up, back comes Joey to the high lane.
Toyota and Ford side by side for the lead. A Ford of Cindric is 3rd, a Ford of Berry is 4th, a Toyota of Denny Hamlin is 5th, and then you get back to the lone Chevrolet there with Chase Elliott in 6th.
Round and round they go for the lead. Finally a verdict. Chase Briscoe around the outside. He will take the number 1 spot. Logano falls in line right on his back bumper 2nd.
And then another 4 car lengths back, rather, to the 3rd place running Austin Cindric. He's got a rear view mirror full of Josh Berry. Denny Hamlin rides in position 5. Chase Elliott 6th. Ryan Blaney 7th. 8th, 9th, and 10th are Chastain, Byron, and Bell.
Side-by-side battle for the 7th spot. Ross Chastain trying to rim ride the high lane out of turn number 2 and down the back straightaway. He'll lose the spot to Blaney, but tuck it down low in line.
Blaney will slide through. He'll grab the spot. Ross Chastain slides underneath Christopher Bell. That'll leave the lane open for William Byron as Byron opens up the inside lane off the end of the front straightaway.
Willie B dives it deep into turn number 1, hugs that yellow line at the bottom of the 14-degree banking as they run side by side for position. William Byron
going at it.
Far back.
Oh, Ty Gibbs had a pit road speeding penalty earlier in the race. Nice recovery for Ty Gibbs. However, Gibbs is the first car 1 lap down back in the 15th spot, trying all he can to try to get that lead lap back.
Lead pair has broken away from the third place machine a bit. It's Briscoe by a car length over Logano, then about 6 back to the third place car of Cindric.
Off the corner they come. They will race their way back to the start-finish line. The 10th lap under the green flag. While Chase Briscoe, Dave, has gotten the lead, Joey Logano is keeping him at arm's length.
Well, Logano is right there, just following in his tire tracks, keeping him company right now, as both drivers kind of wait to see how their cars may or may not change on a longer run.
At the drop of the green flag on the restart, just a handful of laps ago, matter of fact, it was only 4 or 7, I should say, laps ago, the car running 14th, last car on the lead lap, Todd Gordon, was Shane Van Gisbergen. He's all by himself. He's lost the entire field, as the leaders are going to catch him much sooner rather than later.
Well, he was a lap down, and Stephen Doran took the waiver round on probably 25-lap-old tires, just hoping a quick caution would cycle them forward, but he's hanging back there between a second and a half off the pace. Now, as he enters turn 3, the leaders are off of turn 2.
And the strategy now is going to end. He's going to duck onto pit road as the leaders come down the back straightaway.
SVG will pit at lap 250 of the Cookout 400. He will go back into 1 lap down status. It's Briscoe, Logano, Blaney, Ferry, and Hamlin, the top 5. Are the move further back. Here's Ty Gibbs. He's rooting and gouging to the inside of William Byron in what would be a battle for ninth.
Gibbs, after that pit road speeding penalty early on tonight, has spent the rest of the evening trying to scratch and claw his way back into contention. He bypasses Byron. He's 3 car lengths back to Chastain.
Yeah, Gibbs has got a fast Toyota. Again, still 1 lap down is Ty Gibbs. Shane Van Gisbergen has just come to pit lane. He has given up his lead lap status. He will, however, have a whole bunch of speed on those fresh Goodyear tires, as we got a good race for position, Mike, coming up off of turn number 4. Austin Cindric, Josh Berry there, and here comes that car on new tires in SVG.
SVG has just left the pit lane, and he is rolling right now. He is up to what would be 3rd on the racetrack, not on the lead lap. But, Dave, we go back to what we talked about earlier. You put some fresh rubber on these race cars, and you feel like Superman out there.
Boy, you sure do. 10 feet tall and bulletproof for SVG right now, as he closes with ease on the back bumper of Logano.
They come off turn number 4, 147 laps to go in the Cookout 400. Chase Briscoe is currently the race leader.
How did Christopher Bell become Christopher Bell? It started as a fire within, a drive to be better, faster, sharper. Toyota saw that fire, kindled it, gave it resources to grow. Hours in the simulator, weeks working with Toyota engineers, years of rigorous training. It didn't happen overnight. It definitely didn't happen alone. But that fire now forges a legacy. That's how you inspire the next generation of racing. That's how Christopher Bell became Christopher Bell. Toyota Racing, your race, your story. NASCAR is a registered trademark of the National Association for Stock Car Auto Racing, LLC. Before NASCAR was a sport,
people's blood.
This is the quintessential American sport.
NASCAR Americana, 3-part docuseries, tonight after the race on USA.
With the fresh Goodyear Eagles after the pit stop, Shane Van Gisbergen has driven around and gotten 1 of his 2 laps back. So SVG now is only 1 lap down. He's back in the 25th spot. It's Chase Briscoe up front, Joey Logano 2nd, and Austin Cindric 3rd, 144 laps to go. From Richmond Raceway, this is the Motor Racing Network, the voice of NASCAR.
We are under the green flag.
Listen up, NASCAR fans. Now's the time to turn your love of racing into big-time prizes. Because NASCAR Fantasy Live is your fast lane to bragging rights. Pick 5 drivers each week of the season. Then complete additional challenges to stack points. All for your shot at the grand prize.
So let's get this party started.
For official rules and to learn more, visit NASCAR.com/fantasy and sign up today.
The thrills of NASCAR racing from over 55 years of Motor Racing Network broadcasts.
Bobby Allison brings the race car right down in the middle of the track, crosses the start-finish line, and he will win the 24th Annual Daytona 500.
Bill Elliott wins the Hooters 500. Alan Kulwicki, 1992 champion.
MRN Classic Races.
And in the whole patch, steaming for the finish line, Dale Earnhardt wins the Winston 500.
Find all the classic moments on MRN Classic Races on any podcast platform.
I'm Ricky Stenhouse Jr. The NASCAR Cup Series, live on the Motor Racing Network and the voice of NASCAR.
Back here at Richmond Raceway. Tonight's broadcast is presented by Progressive Insurance. Save when you bundle motorcycle, RV, and boat insurance. Visit progressive.com.
We continue into the green flag. 23 laps into this green flag run. Chase Briscoe pulling away from Joey Logano by 1.4 seconds. He was complaining about some brake challenges earlier, but they seem to have righted themselves, and he continues to tiptoe away, saying earlier this week that this racetrack is not one of his favorites. Well, perhaps maybe it's an opportunity to change that here tonight. Time to get in the know with Napa Know-How. Miss an electrical problem, and it can mean big trouble for your business. That's why Napa delivers the parts, tools, and expertise to catch problems before they become breakdowns. That's Napa Know-How.
We look at the cars that are left on the lead lap and how they handled stage 2. They too stopped stage 2. That was kind of the straightforward scenario for all those guys. I would expect them to two-stop stage 3 here. And when you look at it, we're at lap 262 right now. I would expect that cycle to be somewhere around lap 290. Now, the in-the-know piece, guys that are one lap down that need to put themselves in position like a Ryan Preece, I would look for them to short pit this, maybe as early as the early 180s.
Yep, we'll anyone short pits here.
Check in with our 2 pit reporters down there and get an idea what they're saying and hearing on the radio in their respective ends of the pit lane, starting at the exit of pit road with Steve Post.
Yeah, absolutely. It's really the same scenario that Todd just laid out there for him as far as that goes. I think we're looking at probably another 25 or 30 laps, and then you'll go another 50 laps, and that'll put you with one set of tires for the last 50. You may choose to use them, or you may just hang on to them for a caution period. But I think that's the case. Want to know one driver that is a little off sequence, and it's not been a good night for Ty Gibbs, but he does actually have an extra set of tires. One of those pit stops midway through the run, he actually put on the scuff tires. So if we get into a tire battle with a lot of cautions and Ty Gibbs can get himself back on the lead lap, he's got a good race car. He just has been behind the sequence all the way. He's got an extra set of tires out here. Jason Troy, what are you hearing over there?
Well, Stan, pretty much the same thing down here. If the trend keeps on going, a much different strategy here for M.E.Racing. Brad Keselowski, Ryan Preece, Chris Buescher, taking on a different type of strategy. They've been difficult the first ones to come down the pit road, so we'll see what happens. Looking at Ryan Preece, they've got 3 Ranger 7 racing tires down here. The biggest thing, they ran those smells 30 on. They got those out of the way the same. The fresh ones here for at least 3 stops this season here on this final run.
So that's the lay of the land from the pit lane. 134 laps to go. This race is in control and in command of Chase Briscoe. Old Buddy Boy's taking them to the shed right now, Dave. He's cranked it up and opened it up over Joey Logano.
About a half a length of the back straightaway is the lead right now for Chase Briscoe. He'll close in on Jock Felicki to put Felicki another lap down.
So Chase Briscoe had never led a lap in a Cup car here at Richmond Raceway until tonight. He's led the most laps, a total of 105
never led any laps
until tonight.
Until today.
With that stat in the book, it's hard to imagine what they found there. Why has Briscoe suddenly adapted so well?
Never led a lap at
Cup starts,
Richmond.
He's never
but
finished
he's
in the top
rather
10.
all
Why all of
them
a sudden is
since
Chase
the
Briscoe
restart.
taken to Richmond Raceway?
Because James
Let's
Small and
go,
his
Chase
19
Briscoe.
team were really good here. And when you look at this marriage that has been made throughout last year, I was really impressed with it. But they
I don't think
continue to
Chase
do it
Briscoe
here.
has finished in the
Places
top
that
10 at
Chase
all.
Briscoe was good. The 19
Here,
team adapts
so
and gives Chase what he needs.
Chase
They've been
Briscoe
good.
doing really
Places
good
that
so
the
far.
19 car with Martin Truex Jr. was good.
And we're at
James Small
stage
understood
3,
what it took.
432 out
He's
of
helped Chase
170
Briscoe to
lap
adapt
grand.
to driving what he needs to be good. It seems like these guys lean off of each other for who's good, and they actually put that together. Chase Briscoe showing that today.
By what you just said and referencing Martin Truex Jr. and days of yesteryear, that probably puts a smile on a lot of MTJ's fans' faces out there. Remember some of the nights where he would just come here and just beat the breath out of the field. I mean, just pick them up and laying them down. Dave, that is a driver who has had adversity here, talking about Martin Truex Jr., but man, when he was on the full-time plan here in the NASCAR Cup Series, if you gave Martin Truex Jr. that great race car, he could do a lot of damage on this 3/4-mile racetrack.
Hasn't been all grits and gravy here during his days in what was then the NASCAR Busch Series. I remember him running about half the length of the back straightaway up on his door with his right side tires on top of the wall, but that was a rare off night for Martin Truex Jr., and you're exactly right. When he was on here, he could make a miserable night for the competition.
Yeah, he could for sure. And Chase Briscoe, the current pilot of that number 19 M.E.Racing Toyota, is the race leader. He's got a 2.1 second lead over Joey Logano and Austin Cindric third, Josh Berry fourth, and Denny Hamlin is in the number 5 spot. You know, Mike, there's a lot to be made given the fact that we're racing here tonight at Richmond, next week at New Hampshire Motor Speedway, and then wrapping up at Daytona before the chase starts, about who the 16 drivers were going to be racing for a championship. Things are changing there around the cut line.
Indeed, they are. We came in, and Austin Cindric was 29 points to the good. Well, with him running third right now, he has jumped to 15th. It is Shane Van Gisbergen, through his challenges tonight, that he has fallen to the cut line, and he is only in by 49.
Oh, man.
Some people might
Only
say,
in
well,
by
that's
49.
not that big a deal. It is that big a deal when you got New Hampshire coming up, Daytona the following week, and if you're racing around drivers that can outstage point you and finish point you, SVG could find himself in a dire set of circumstances when we make our way back to the World Center of Racing in 2 weeks.
Yeah, definitely one of these situations that, you know, he's in a situation right now that the guy that that's chasing him is Ryan Preece. And Ryan Preece, he's back a lap down in 20th. But let's see where the cycle happens here. If somebody can get themselves in a position. Jason Toy, we've got the action in front of you.
Ryan Preece is making his stop. Austin Dillon is right behind him. Preece on a different strategy here within RSK Racing. They finish up to the right side. They'll look around on the left side. They get the up. He's down of the way. Austin Dillon is away. Denny Hamlin is going to use these folks.
Denny Hamlin brings his car down to the attention of the crew. Here they are around to the right side. Denny Hamlin's going to go a little short pit stop work here now as they work around to the left side now. I think Denny Hamlin's pit stop has got a lot of people's attention down here. As a matter of fact, Chase Briscoe's team has now jumped on the wall. Denny Hamlin is bounding away here on lap 277.
4 lead lap cars come off the racetrack at turn number 4. Christopher Bell got the DeWalt Toyota in front of Jason Toy.
Christopher Bell making a pit stop. Ford tire Sunoco Field.
Joey Logano is in. They completed work on the right side. They fired off pretty good, but they burned a lot up quickly. So he fell back, settled in, ran second for a while. 4 tires, no fuel for him. As Noah Grigson makes his way down the pit road.
Here comes the race leader, Chase Briscoe, now on the pit lane.
Chase Briscoe
Austin
making
Cindric,
a pit stop.
Josh Berry, they'll peel off the
Josh
racetrack.
Berry as well.
Here comes the leader, and Steve Post.
Here
He's
comes
got
the
a lot of
leader.
company at the back door. Everybody following his strategy.
Yes, this thing has opened up and opened up a little quicker than probably I thought it was going to open. Here it is, Chase Briscoe.
Chase Briscoe making a pit stop.
On the right side of the Mastro shop. Tracker modes colors, the very traditional paint scheme on this car. Left side tires off, left side tires on. Oh, Ross Chastain.
Oh, Ross Chastain chucked up on pit road.
Other cars in here's Connor Sillis.
Connor Zillett is in.
Chase Elliott is in. Pit stall number 1. Working
Chase Elliott's also in.
left side. Slow on the left rear. Slow on the left rear for Chase
Oh
Elliott.
man, problems with the left rear.
Chase Elliott does indeed, but he is back rolling again on the pit lane as a green flag cycle of pit stops is taking place on lap number 280 at the moment. Kyle Larson has cycled to the top of the leaderboard. He's going to stay
Kyle
on the
Larson
racetrack.
to the top of the
Tyler
chart.
Reddick has gone to second. It's Alex
Leaderboard,
Bowman
shall I
who was
say.
third, but Bowman will give up the number 3 spot. Alex Bowman now will come to pit road. Bubba
Oh,
Wallace is
Alex
on the
Bowman
pit
coming
lane
to pit
as well,
road.
as we're
Bubba
in the
Wallace
midst
as
of a
well.
green flag cycle. It stops.
Green
Kyle
flag
Larson is the
cycle's
race leader
happening.
with 119 laps to go.
119 laps to
NASCAR
go.
fans, NASCAR app. Join my reward, and every combo
Laps
purchase on the app gives you a chance
winding
to win
down here.
exclusive Talladega experience, race tickets, and other awesome NASCAR prizes. When the Hardee's number 23 car gets a top 10 finish, we also throw you a cover of free 3-piece hand-breaded chicken tender with a large string purchase. The wins just keep coming. Get the app. Join my rewards only at Hardee's.
No purchase necessary. Must be 18 or over in the 59th state or district of Columbia, excluding New York and Rhode Island. Hardee's My Rewards member with web device. Info 1526 and 1626. Rules at Hardee's.com/victory lap.
Coca-Cola. For the big, for the small, the short, and the tall. Peacemakers. Risk takers. For the optimists, pessimists. For long distance love. For introverts and extroverts. The thinkers and the doers. For old friends and new. Coca-Cola. For everyone. Pick up some Coca-Cola at a store near you.
Lap 284, and the caution flag is flying for a problem in front of Dave Moody.
Carson Hocevar came off turn number 2, and I don't know if he got a piece of the outside wall or not, but either way, that car just dropped slow down to a very slow speed, coasted down the back straightaway. I think wanted to get to pit road, but could not get there. His car has come to a stop just off the outside wall, about 75 yards or so from the entrance to pit road.
Steve Post, what's the update on Hocevar?
I believe, and I just switched over there on my racing electronic scanner, and I just went over there, and I think he said it blew up. So somebody's lost power on that car.
Oh, what? Oh, no. Hold on, give me a minute here, guys. I'm not sure what happened. Something's going on with the NASCAR app. Try to figure this out for you guys. Give me a minute here. Sorry about that. I'm not sure what's going on. It was going good, but it says there was a problem with the page, so let's try to refresh it here. Sorry about that, guys. One minute, guys. Sorry. Don't know what's going on with this. One minute, guys. All right, here we go. Let me refresh this real quick. Sorry about that, guys. Sorry for the wait. Get this guy back on for you guys. Sometimes NASCAR has typical difficulties, but we're back. Stage 3, 57 out of 110 laps ran.
You're
There we
tuned
go.
into the NASCAR
Sorry about that,
series
guys.
on the M.E.Racing Network.
What? 114 laps remain here in the Cookout 400. The Hardee's caution is flying for a problem with Carson Hocevar.
Problem with Hurricane, man.
Pushed him down the banking and onto the pit lane and straight to the NASCAR
Caution
Cup Series
flags
garage.
out.
So Todd Gordon pit lane stays closed this time by Tyler Reddick, the race leader. He was last on pit road on lap 237. What are we looking at strategy-wise?
Yeah, this is an interesting call. Steve Post and I were talking about it in the break. Obviously, Tyler Reddick's going to come and get tires, and he's got it at a point right now. We've got 13 cars on lead lap. Stephen Doran, with his stay-out call at the end of stage 2, cycled his driver. He hasn't been he's on the tail end of lead lap. A great move there. I think the rest of the first Shane Van Gisbergen. Sorry about that. I'm so crew chief driven, but I think the guys that came early in that cycle I think you've got to come down pit road. You've got 7 or 8 laps on tires, even if it's just to take your qualifying scuffs. I think you'll see more action on pit road. Be interesting to see if anybody stays out here.
Well, we're about to see some action right now because the green lights are on at the
Here
end
we
of the
go.
pit lane, and pit road is open.
Pit road's open.
Everybody
See
on the
who
lead
comes in
lap
pit
to
lane here.
This time by again, Tyler Reddick, the leader. Chase Briscoe, Joey Logano, Denny Hamlin, Austin Cindric, the top 5 coming onto the pit lane.
Right now, Tyler Reddick, Denny Hamlin,
Stay
Chase
that way when they
Briscoe,
exit the pit
Joey
lane.
Logano, Ryan
Tyler
Blaney,
Reddick, who'll commit
Austin
to
Cindric, Josh
coming to the pit
Blaney,
lane,
are
and
Josh
not
Berry,
everybody's
Chase
done it.
Elliott, Alex
Only
Bowman, and
Reddick
SVG, your
Hamlin
top
will
10.
come to pit road. Briscoe will stay out. He will grab the lead.
Ooh,
Larson's
Briscoe
getting the
gonna
wave
stay out
around.
and take the
Blaney,
lead.
Bell, and Byron are also on pit road.
Ooh, this is gonna make things
Tyler Reddick
interesting
brings
here.
that car in. It has been a struggle. I think they've got the car pretty good. And with this sequencing, I think they've got themselves within the top 15 cars here running. Ryan Blaney also coming in. The handle's just gone away on this one. I'm going to be curious to see what Blaney's crew does as they put tires on it. I'll have to check and see if they go with the scuff tires. Going to be the same scenario. They actually went right sides only. I think it was for Ryan Blaney on the tires. That's not something I expected to see here at Richmond. And we'll check on Denny Hamlin as well. Jason Toy.
For Byron, Christopher Bell, William Byron, both of them making their stops. 4 tires, a little bit of Sunoco fuel on it. We're going to follow up and see if they put stickers on or if they ran those scuff tires.
Yeah, this is going to be interesting to see how this all plays out. And an interesting caveat out of this, Chase Briscoe, who was second, stayed out, which actually keeps a lot of the field from being able to take the wave around right now because he was the second place car. You had to be in front of the leader who pitted, or you had to be in front of the leader after everybody pits. Chase Briscoe only has 3 cars between him and the safety car.
14 cars on the lead lap. 111 laps remain in the Cookout 400. The cars that are not on the lead lap will make their pit stops right now. Next weekend, these NASCAR Cup Series teams will head off to the New Hampshire Motor Speedway.
Next week at New Hampshire Motor Speedway, we might possibly be there and give you guys coverage from there. Hopefully, see what happens though.
We will pick up NASCAR Cup Series coverage the following week, and that will be the final race before the chase begins. We'll head to Daytona International Speedway for the NASCAR O'Reilly Auto Parts Winn-Dixie 250. That's 1 week from this Friday. Be sure to join us 7 p.m. Eastern Time. 2 weeks from tonight, the Coke Zero Sugar 400 from Daytona. NASCAR Live Race Day on the air at 6:30 p.m. Eastern Time. Once we drop that checkered flag in Daytona, we'll know who the 16 drivers will be racing for the chase, which will begin the following week at the Cookout Southern 500 at Darlington Raceway. Can't wait to get back to Daytona. And Alex, can't wait to always get back to the PD region of South Carolina for the kickoff of the 2026 chase.
Love it. Love Darlington Raceway as we get set for the Southern 500 there, as the drivers just getting back in line now after those who made pit stops. Todd explained perfectly the wave around process. There are 3 cars that were in front of the leader when this all took place, so they are going to take the wave around. Chris Buescher being one of those drivers. He'll make his way back around the racetrack.
All 3 of those were multiple laps down. Chris Buescher got back to 1 lap down with this wave around.
So we continue. Hardy's caution number 4. 1 to go is being given. Time to make the choose. Chase Briscoe.
Time to choose where you want to restart.
Joey Logano outside. Row 2, Austin Cindric inside of Josh Berry. Row 3, you've got Chase Elliott, who will restart to the inside of Alex Bowman. Alex Bowman making his appearance in the top 10 tonight. They'll be followed by Ross Chastain, Ryan Blaney, Tyler Reddick, and Denny Hamlin. Again, 14 cars on the lead lap, soon to enter the stretch run of the Cookout 400. 108 laps to go when the green flag
108 laps to go when the green flag drops you.
But we're not done seeing pit stops before the end of this race, are we?
No, we're not. 109 to go. We at least need to see 1 more as we split this from here.
So the field works
There we
behind
go.
the
Get
pace
ready
car.
for a
The
restart.
Toyota Camry lights are out. It will make its way to the pit lane, and we'll get back to the Poet restart zone and get this race resumed. It is the Cookout 400. Chase Briscoe, the race leader on the inside of the racetrack, will have beside him on the front row for the restart Joey Logano as here they come.
Let's see if the intensity picks up again like it has all night on these restarts. Green flag is up. We're back at it. Chase Briscoe up to the gearbox. Here's Joey Logano to his right elbow. They flank out 2 and 3 wide off the end of the front straightaway behind them.
Briscoe launched very early in the restart zone. It got him an advantage, and it will get him the lead As they go 3 wide, make it 4 wide down the back.
Man, 4 wide.
Bounced around. Tyler Reddick shoots the gap and goes all the way to 5th place.
What a strong move by Tyler Reddick, and I don't think he's done quite yet either. He's going for 4th now. He'll open up the inside lane on Chase Elliott. Tyler Reddick is on the move.
Tyler Reddick has just popped the can of Popeye's spinach here. Out of nowhere, he comes rocketing up into a side-by-side battle for the number 4 position. He's going to take it on the inside of Chase Elliott.
Tyler Reddick to the bottom
Reddick
of Chase Elliott.
starting to reel in Joey Logano here.
Elliott back to 5th, side-by-side for 6th. It's the Chevrolet of Alex Bowman to the inside of the Toyota of Christopher Bell.
Christopher Bell trying to rim ride the outside lane, and he's having some success at it. He'll go to the outside now of Chase Elliott. Bypasses Elliott. Hasn't quite got it back down in line as he closes in now on Reddick.
We're seeing the advantage of just a handful of lap fresher Goodyear tires than some of these cars that stayed on the racetrack. The leader is Briscoe. Logano is 2nd. The battle for 3rd is side-by-side in turn 2.
Austin Cindric up the banking. Underneath him comes Tyler Reddick now. Reddick continues his charge toward the front of the pack. Move Tyler Reddick to P3.
He will take the 3rd position as things begin to settle down now in the front of the field. You know, a couple of weeks ago, Connor Zillich was talking about the backside of this field is known as the dog pound. That is where it is a dog-eat-dog world day. Those dogs are barking as they try to sort things out to the backstretch.
A lot of nipping and snarling going on back there as well, Mike. Some 3-wide battles. Most of them have settled down now into just 2 abreast racing.
Yeah, they have, but they're losing time to the front of the field. Further back, there's a little contact in that mix in the dog pound. Brad Keselowski getting roughed up here deeper in the field. Keselowski shuffled to the outside lane, and he's going to give up positions in wholesale fashion. Mike, we're getting down to it. 103 laps to go here in this one. More pit stops to be made. Richmond Raceway never disappoints. Sellout house here tonight.
They are getting their money's worth as Christopher Bell puts puts those DeWalt sales in the wind. He'll go blasting by Austin Cindric, taking 4th in the process.
Christopher Bell up to the number 4 position. Cindric rides in 5th. He's got a trunk full of Chase Elliott, who shows in the 6th position. Then it's Ryan Blaney, William Byron, Denny Hamlin, and Alex Bowman.
That is your top 10 on lap number 299. Just outside the top 10 is Josh Berry. Got shuffled a bit on the restart. Shane Van Gisbergen is back in the game. He's being scored in the 12th spot.
Yeah, Josh Berry was the big loser on that restart as first Reddick and then Christopher Bell made some bonsai moves. He got the Wood Brothers Ford got muscled up out of the groove, and he's still trying to rebound.
100 laps to go in the Cookout 400. Chase Briscoe has just led his 128th lap.
You served behind the desk. You served in combat.
You did 4 years and got out.
You were drafted.
We're under a commercial right now. When we come back,
You
we'll
gave exactly what your country needed.
get some
So did you. When you raised your
of what's
hand
going
and
on
swore
at
to your
Richmond.
country, when you put your name on the dotted line, you became
on the line, flirting with 200 miles per hour in the place where this journey began. Race 26, the final hunt for a spot in the chase. The Coke Zero Sugar 400 weekend at Daytona, August 28th through 29th. Get your tickets now at DaytonaInternationalSpeedway.com.
Introducing the RE4000 Bluetooth scanner from Racing Electronics. Experience uncensored, real-time audio from drivers and crews All hands-free and wireless with Bluetooth functionality. Fast, lightweight, and zero latency, the RE4000 keeps you locked into every pass, every pit stop, and every checkered flag. Plus, with automatic over-the-air programming at major events, setup is quick and effortless. Check it out at racingelectronics.com today.
This is Ryan Grace. You're tuned in to the NASCAR Cup Series on the Motor Racing Network, the voice of NASCAR.
Back at Richmond Raceway, Chase Briscoe's lead 0.6 of a second over Joey Logano as we wind our way to conclusion here in the Commonwealth of Virginia. Matter of fact, let's get an update on Joey Logano right now. He is one of the Coca-Cola family of drivers. This update presented by Coca-Cola. Grab a Coke and enjoy the race. Jason Toy.
There it was. You're Joey Logano fan. You're enjoying the race that he's had here so far this evening. They've been consistently in the top 5. They've been making some really good moves when it comes to pit stops and working their way up there. Now they've maintained the sustain. They're talking back and forth on what adjustments they might need to make here in the next pit stop to be able to get something to that 19 car. And Chase Briscoe is running. So happy with the way things are. They want to look better. They want to get out of here with a victory tonight.
That's going to be part of the key for Joey Logano and Paul Wolfe. They have really turned it on and have found themselves solidly inside the chase. What's going on with the 22 team, Team Penske? All of a sudden, they're finding their stride.
We're short track racing, and this is what they do very well. When I talked to Paul Wolfe at Coronado this year, it was kind of a dire position, but I could see the calm in him. He knew that the season would come down to an area that they're really strong. This has built a lot of confidence into that whole 22 team, all of Team Penske really to speak of, as Austin Cindric is running 5th here as well, doing a good job. But Paul Wolfe, Joey Logano, they're using this short track sweep to come to racetracks that they're really good at.
Alex and I had a chance to visit with Paul at Iowa last week, and it's amazing how early in the season you would walk up to chat with Paul and you could see the weight of the season in his face. Last week at Iowa, you could see it was a different Paul Wolfe, and he told us this is their time of year, and there's no doubt they have come to life.
As a matter of fact, I walked up and said, it's nice to see you smiling again, Paul. And he kind of laughed, said, it's nice to be smiling again. But yeah, the way the schedule this works out, it works out in their favor as it goes. Find themselves solidly in a position to try to race for a championship as we run right now, Todd. 123 points to the good for Joey Logano. I'd say with 2 races remaining after tonight, they're in a pretty good spot.
Yeah, and I talked to Paul about that. He's not done yet. Really, you look at Loudon and you look at Daytona, they're both great opportunities. This was a team that was borderline 20th in points. They're now up to 11th as they stand right now. We'll see where they get to. If they pull the win off, they'd be even closer. But they can get to single digits, and that's a major accomplishment for this team.
Compared to where they were in the first part of the season, maybe in the early part of the summer, it was, pickings were slim. It was grim for Joey Logano and Paul Wolfe. And now that we've gotten this point, how much of these successes after the challenges have created that, I don't want to say momentum. The car doesn't know momentum's in place. But what about the confidence that it gives a race team after you have emerged from the valley and you're headed up the hill?
Well, confidence is a real thing. Momentum's a real thing. It is in professional sports, and this is a professional sport. You have confidence. When you win, when you're successful, you have confidence to make the moves. When you're not being successful, you start to second guess what you're doing. You start to really kind of think about it multiple times. It slows you down. This is an opportunity for Paul and Joey. Both are multiple-time champions, 3-time champions in each respect, to just do what they know how to do, and it's showing as a P2 right now.
Yeah, they are, and they are a 2.5 seconds behind current race leader Chase Briscoe. Free and clear of traffic for the moment is Briscoe. He's still got about 3/4 of the backstretch before he catches the tail end of the field yet again. We're down to 84 circuits remaining.
And Doug. Limu and I create a trick to help you remember that you can customize your car insurance and save with Liberty Mutual. You see, the shirts Limu and I wear are yellow. Yellow is the color of lemons, and lemons grow on trees, and trees
What's up? I'm Joey Fatone.
And I'm Lance Bass.
And we are the hosts of E's new competition series, Cocktail Wars, where three mixologists battle to craft the ultimate cocktail.
And we're judging.
$82 laps to go here at Richmond
82
Raceway.
laps to go here at Richmond Raceway.
Logano is second. Christopher Bell is third. Tyler Reddick is fourth. And Austin Cindric is currently in position number 5. From Richmond Raceway, this is the Motor Racing Network, the voice of NASCAR.
You've never been one to idly watch someone else do something for you. There's pride in self-reliance, in working with your hands, in harnessing the power of an E3 spark plug with Diamond Fire technology, yielding better engine performance. You have a choice to make. Take control of your ride, of your life, or be the passenger princess of it. Visit E3sparkplugs.com to put the power in your hands.
What's up? I'm Joey Fatone.
And I'm Lance Bass.
And we are the hosts.
I'm gonna mute real quick because we have a commercial. When we come back, I'll unmute it though.
Three mixologists battle to craft the ultimate cocktail.
And we're judging.
Chastain. You're tuned in to the NASCAR Cup Series on the Motor Racing Network, the voice of NASCAR.
We welcome you back to Richmond Raceway under the lights on a Saturday night. Short track racing, NASCAR Cup Series style. Today's broadcast is presented by Progressive Insurance. Save when you bundle motorcycle, RV, and boat insurance. Visit progressive.com.
Chase Briscoe leads Joey Logano by 1.9 seconds. However, Joey's dealing with lap traffic, and Christopher Bell guns ablaze. That will be the battle for second. Meanwhile, here comes Austin Cindric. He was 5th on the racetrack. He commits to pit road. He'll make his pit stop at lap 3:23. Let's follow Austin Cindric at 40 miles an hour down the pit lane to the coast.
Austin Cindric brings his car in. Man, that was close between him and Ty Gibbs. Ty Gibbs leading. Cindric right around in front of him. 4 tires Sunoco Racing Fuel, and here we are again. One of the pro runners comes down pit road, and everybody jumps up on the wall as Austin Cindric takes his Ford back out on the racetrack. Here comes the Toyota of Chase Briscoe in 3, 2, 1. He nails the stop sign. We'll see how this pit crew does. They've got one set of sticker tires left after this set. Around to the left side, a pump and a half of the jack on the car. Chase Briscoe going to be down in the way here. His pit stop on 3:24. Jason, how about in front of you?
Joey Logano's coming in. 4 tires, Sunoco fuel for them. They were trying to get things to tighten it up, but the car was getting loose on them. So they're going to finish up work left side. Chase Elliott also in. He's getting 4 tires of Sunoco fuel, but they continue to work their way through the cycle.
That driver's coming down pit road here across Cascade, bringing his car. The problem that he has is he's side by side with Joey Logano. Ross has to check up to get around Joey Logano. Chastain is into his pit box. Shane Van Gisbergen is in his pit box as well. Going to be 4 tires, Sunoco Racing Fuel as well. All of these drivers here, these pit stops on lap 3:26. Here's Denny Hamlin in. Go around to the right side of that automobile. Right side work is done. The Bob's Discount Market, Discount Furniture Car. Beautiful orange and yellow. They've got a little bit of a problem. They want a little slow jack in the car up on the left side. A little slow jack in the car up on the left side. We'll see how that factors out. Denny Hamlin is going away.
So a hiccup on the pit lane for Denny Hamlin under green flag conditions over at the entrance to pit road. More cars peel off and come in. It's Ricky Stenhouse Jr.'s had a rough sledding tonight. He's 3 laps down. He'll make his pit stop with 73 laps to go. Todd, those who are pitting now, are they going to come back to pit road before the end of this race?
Yes. We saw stage 1 that they all split it in half. Nobody ran all 70 laps of stage 1 directly. I think all these guys that are coming now plan on coming one more time. Bell, Reddick, Blaney, Byron, these guys all, and Larson, they all they stopped at that last caution. They're going to send this one out. We'll see where they get to.
William Byron comes off the racetrack. He is fourth on the leaderboard. He will pit at lap 329. William Byron's in front of Jason Toll.
And right back when they're going to put their set of scuffs on here, they had to qualify it from yesterday. Right side workman fleet. They'll swing the deck around to the left side. One pump in the air. Tires on. Fuel in. William Byron down the left.
Pit stop there by that Hendrick Motorsports Chevrolet team led by crew chief Rudy Fugel. They're going to make their way back out on the racetrack. We'll see where they cycle in. They were currently the last car on the lead lap in 8th, so Byron should lose a lap here in this green flag exchange. This is going to shuffle up the field just a bit more.
Christopher Bell off turn 4, comes back to the start-finish line. He is running in the lead right now because as we're cycling through, Christopher Bell will take over the top spot. Tyler Reddick now in second. Ryan Blaney in third. Kyle Larson will pit from the 4th position. Jason Toy.
Kyle Larson is in. They can only meticulously work their way up towards the front here. Jesse fits to the right side to try to tighten them up a little bit. They'll go to the left side. Gets it up in the air. Another lightning fast. Picks it up to the Hendrick group. Kyle Larson away.
And a great launch out of the pit box as well for Kyle Larson. Kudos to the pit crew there for getting the job done. Kyle Larson's team ranked number 1 in the NASCAR Cup Series on pit service. The lead continues to belong to Christopher Bell. Chase Elliott and Alex Bowman have unlapped themselves the old-fashioned way. Elliott and Bowman are 7th and 8th, respectively. Bowman, the last car on the lead lap currently.
Christopher Bell, again, continuing around here, is lead 1.2 seconds. Again, as Alex mentioned, 8 cars on the lead lap in the middle of a cycle of green flag pit stop. As Todd mentioned, these drivers that have pitted here within the last handful of laps or so, we can expect to see them back on pit road. 67 laps remaining in this one tonight. Here's Seabell off the corner. He tiptoes his way onto the main straightaway. And then, Dave, you got drivers that are trying to unlap themselves, whether it be to 1 lap down or 2 laps down. But Seabell finds himself being passed in wholesale fashion.
Well, he really does. It's a very delicate situation for a lot of drivers, Mike, because the difference in speed between the drivers that have pitted and the drivers that hadn't is dramatic, and it's created a couple of very dicey situations as the faster cars try and make the most of it and slash their way through this traffic.
I'm going to set the stage right now as you look at our top 3 competitors, Christopher Bell, Tyler Reddick, Ryan Blaney, all came at the last caution at 288. I feel like these guys at this point are committed to getting to the point they're only going to stop one time. Everybody that came around 325, I feel like they got one more stop to go. It's going to be a little slower lap time, but everybody I think that's out here right now is going to come to pit road one time from this point forward.
And that group of drivers is getting it done out here on the racetrack right now, presented by Craftsman. DIY projects always sound simple until they're not. Luckily, Craftsman has your back. With tools to power through the mess, you can go from what have I done to, yeah, I did that. Head to craftsman.com today. Craftsman, build on. We've got 63 laps to go in the Cookout.
63 laps to go here.
Cookout in Richmond. Fast service and fast cars. A great match. Cooked outdoors style food at max speed. Cookout is where the hamburgers are char grilled. Always fresh, never frozen. Goes great with an ice cold Coca-Cola or a shake. So fans, don't forget to race through the Cookout drive-thru for a Cookout tray today. They're open late. Curious what drivers talk about during the race? Visit racingelectronics.com today to purchase a scanner and listen to uncensored audio from every team in the race. Learn more at racingelectronics.com or stop by and see them in the vendor area today.
Progressive knows that boat days can come with unexpected problems.
Oh, no, I dropped my lip balm in the water. I can't think of anything worse than the looming threat of potentially having chapped lips. It was ginger vanilla, too. My
Toyota Camrys occupied positions 1, 2, and 3. Christopher Bell, Tyler Reddick, and Chase Briscoe. Joey Logano and Ryan Blaney in the Fords go 4th and 5th with 60 laps to go here in the Cookout 400. From Richmond Raceway, this is the Motor Racing Network, the voice of NASCAR.
Every time the siren sounds or lights flash, someone's life is on the line.
And through it all, local TV and radio broadcasters have been there, telling the story of America. America's storytellers. We are broadcasters. This message furnished by the National Association of Broadcasters.
This is Kyle Larson. You're tuned in to the NASCAR Cup Series on the Motor Racing Network, the voice of NASCAR.
Welcome you back to Richmond Raceway. Pit stop for the race leader. It's Christopher Bell in front of Jason Toy.
Get the work complete on the right side, left side, power staff. They got the work done. Ford Fresh Racing Goodyear Eagles on for Christopher Bell to give up the lead.
Tyler Reddick was just in a moment ago for his pit stop. This will turn the lead over to Chase Briscoe. 56 laps to go. Joey Logano cycling through to position number 2. Austin Cindric, Chase Elliott, Alex Bowe in the top 5. Again, 56 laps remaining here in the Cookout 400.
As they work their way here, the field completely spread out now around this 3/4 mile Richmond Raceway. Only one driver being scored out of the race. Finishing last tonight will be Carson Hocevar after a mechanical issue, but he had a rough night from the drop of the green flag. Essentially, he was dropping down the leaderboard early on, but Hocevar spent the majority of the race 2 laps down throughout the running. He's the only car currently out of the race.
He's had challenges all weekend long. Yesterday was not a good day for that team, and of course tonight not getting any better. He did coast to the halt that Alex mentioned there with Hardy's caution number 4 at lap 284, and the only car out of the Cookout 400. While we have the moment, let's get an update on the keys to the race presented by Progressive Insurance. Insurance for motorcycles, boats, and RVs for protection on the road and on the water. See how much you can save at 1-800-PROGRESSIVE and progressive.com.
My first key to the Progressive key to the race, find a way to keep driving your car. Exiting turn 4 can look interesting as cars will be down at the lower white line, and we're seeing that, especially Chase Briscoe early. He just continues to wrap the corner, exiting with the left side tires, in between the 2 dashed white lines, using the part of the racetrack that has a little more grip. The second one I had is be on the predominant strategy. Seems like it kind of split here. We're split right now. Christopher Bell, Tyler Reddick, Ryan Blaney on a different strategy than the rest. I feel like we'll see where this kind of all plays out in the long run. And the last one, and this is led up to a lot of them, is have a set of stickers left for a late caution. So strategy here, as some guys have come, some guys are into stop 8 as we come forward. They're only going to have scuffs left. We'll have to see how it plays out.
And Steve Post, Ryan Blaney's just used another set of sticker tires.
Yeah, it was 4 Goodyear Racing Eagles for Ryan Blaney here on lap number 349. Now remember, he took 2 tires on that caution pit stop back when we were under the break period, or the caution for Carson Hocevar. So Ryan Blaney a little off on the tire sequence, but right now 4 tires, Sunoco fuel, and we're right at the 50 laps to go mark for Ryan Blaney.
Christopher Bell, after coming to pit road a few laps ago, matter of fact, C-Bell came to pit lane at lap 343. That was 7 laps ago. He's just unlapped himself and gotten by Chase Briscoe and basically blew Briscoe's doors off. Tyler Reddick is about to do the same. Briscoe's lead now 1.7 seconds over Joey Logano. We continue to cycle our way through. We've only got 49 laps to go, and if we stay under the green flag, these laps will click off in a hurry.
If we stay under green flag, the race for the win here is going to be Christopher Bell and Tyler Reddick, because I feel like they've made their last pit stop. I don't feel like the guys that came earlier, I feel like they all have to have one more stop.
Well, Christopher Bell is on the lead lap in 11th. Tyler Reddick has just gotten back on the lead lap. Reddick is the last car currently on the lead lap, back in the 13th spot. Got to give a call to a couple of teams out there and crew chiefs. Stephen Dorn and his driver Shane Van Gisbergen have played a wildly different strategy card in the mid stages of the race to get back on the lead lap, aid by a fortuitous caution flag. And SVG is in the 13th position. The other one being Cliff Daniels, the crew chief, and driver Kyle Larson. They have been a lap down, back on the lead lap, back a lap down, back and forth. And Kyle Larson and Cliff Daniels in that Hendrick Motorsports car find themselves in the top 10 currently in the number 9 spot.
They took the wave around at the end of stage 2 with 30-lap-old tires on their car, and it just worked out. This is part of the strategies that crew chiefs can play here. They took the wave around They were losing lap time, but they were maintaining on the lead lap, and the caution came out. That set them back forward.
Hendrick Motorsports drivers and teams have used pit strategy to their favor. There was a time in the race where they were not in contention. All 4 Hendrick Motorsports cars are in the top 10. Chase Elliott is 4th. Alex Bowman is 6th. William Byron is 7th. And Kyle Larson is 9th as we're in this stretch run of this race.
Hendrick Motorsports is on a 12-race winless streak. That's the longest winless streak for Hendrick Motorsports in the Cup Series since the year 2020. At this point 1 year ago, Hendrick Motorsports occupied 1st, 2nd, and 3rd in the championship points. To come into tonight's race, not necessarily been the case, as they've struggled on their package. Chase Elliott is the highest coming into the race in points for Hendrick, and they were in the number 7 spot.
Yeah, this is a good week for them to kind of build a little momentum. And as the race has gone long, they've done a good job of adjusting to it and working their way forward.
With 44 laps to go, it means we are entering the Go Zone, presented by Zone Nicotine Pouches. Warning, this product contains nicotine. Nicotine is an addictive chemical. Underage sale prohibited. Whether you're a fan of mint, citrus, subtle, or spicy, you'll find a winner. Get 20% off at nickelkick.com/.
It was a sport. It was a movement. You can't tell the story of America without telling the story of NASCAR. From the creators of The Last Dance, OJ Made in America, and Full Speed.
Both America and NASCAR were born with a healthy dose of feud.
The legends behind the wheel speak about the sport that helped forge America.
Racing is in people's blood.
This is the quintessential American sport. NASCAR Americana, 3-part docuseries, tonight after the race on USA.
Enter now at jacklinks.com/NASCAR. No purchase necessary. Sweepstakes.
Continue under the green flag. 70 laps in this green flag cycle. More drivers coming down the pit lane for service. Riley Herbst, Josh Ferry, AJ Allmendinger, and Cole Custer, as we have a battle for the lead off turn number 4. Alex.
Joey Logano to the outside of Chase Briscoe. Michael McDowell is in the mix as well, a lap down. Side by side at Richmond Raceway with 39 laps to go.
Battle for the lead is hot and heavy. Michael McDowell, a lap car, but a fast lap car. He's been on pit road more recently than the leaders. Joey Logano to the outside will gun down Chase Briscoe. Oh, they're both coming to pit road, and Briscoe almost spun it out and walked up the brake.
Joey Logano is in front of Jason.
Final set of Goodyear Racing Eagles set to go on that race car. Paul Wolf called them in. Right side work complete. They whip the jack around. They'll go off on the left side. Joey Logano finishing up work here for the final set of Goodyear Racing Eagles in the sprint run. See poster.
Chase Briscoe is in. Going to be 4 tires. Sunoco Racing Field. Austin Cindric is in. Ty Gibbs is in as well. Back to the Briscoe pit stop. Left side tires off. Left side tires on. Tires Phillips yields and let it go out. They go out. Joey Logano and Chase Briscoe go out side by side.
Side by side as they exit the pit lane, but Logano gets on the hammer after they get rid of the pit road speed. Logano through the gearbox. Logano opens up 3-4 car lengths on Chase Briscoe. Logano getting away as another round of pit stops taking place with 37 laps to go. From Richmond Raceway, this is the Motor Racing Network, the voice of NASCAR.
Earned history. Chased glory. Lived consequences. 500 miles against the Lady in Black. A NASCAR Crown Jewel Too Tough to Tame Labor Day Weekend Classic. The Cookout Southern 500. The chase for the next NASCAR Cup Series champion starts here. The NASCAR Chase Weekend at Darlington Raceway, September 5th through 6th. Get your tickets now at darlingtonraceway.com.
The finish is only the beginning.
There goes the tails after turn number 11.
Shane Van Gisbergen is the toast of the town. Every race is packed with strategy, split-second decisions, and moments that deserve a second look. Join me, Cal Petty, as Steve and I give you our weekend winners, and I'm going to give you my hot take as only I can. We're going to break down the biggest storylines, explain the calls that matter most, and take you inside the race. Catch us weekly on the NASCAR.
This is Chase Briscoe. You're tuned in to the voice of NASCAR.
Back at Richmond Raceway, we're down to 34 laps to go. Kyle Larson, Shane Van Gisbergen, Bubba Wallace, they all make their way to pit lane, as does AJ Allmendinger. We'll reset the running order for you in a moment. First, let's pause 10 seconds for station identification on the Motor Racing Network. Motor Racing Network is live at Richmond Raceway with the NASCAR Cup Series and our premier partners Busch Light, Coca-Cola, Freeway Insurance, and Xfinity. It's the Cookout 400. I'm Alex Hayden with Mike Bagley and Todd Gordon in the broadcast booth. Dave Moody calling the action from turn number 3 with Steve Post and Jason Toy on the pit lane.
We've just had a wave of green flag pit stops where Denny Hamlin has come to the pit lane, Joey Logano has come down, Chase Briscoe has come down. As we sit right now with 32 laps remaining, Christopher Bell has cycled back to the top of the leaderboard. He's got a 3.3 second advantage over Tyler Reddick. Joey Logano, though, is mowing him down. He is third on the leaderboard, 6.1 seconds, with Chase Briscoe fourth and Austin Cindric in fifth. Sixth is Ryan Blaney. Seventh is Alex Bowman. We'll swap those positions as they come across the line. Put Bowman in sixth, Blaney back to seventh. Chase Elliott is 8th. 9th is William Byron. Josh Berry is 10th. Denny Hamlin has just lapped himself. He is 11th, and he is the final car on the lead lap.
Joey Logano is running laps 1.2 seconds a lap faster than leader Christopher Bell and second place Tyler Reddick. Todd.
I'm going to renege on my earlier statement because I'm going to go back to my number 2 progressive key, be on the predominant strategy. Christopher Bell did not make enough lap time while he had fresher tires on Joey Logano, on Chase Briscoe. With Joey Logano only 4 seconds back, Chase Briscoe 5 seconds back, I feel like the race is back to Joey and Chase.
So Joey Logano, who runs third, how about the pit stop? Because when Steve Post and Jason Toy called those 2 stops between Logano and Briscoe, they exited pit road side by side. Once you get past the yellow line and pit road speed is eliminated, Joey Logano drove away from Chase Briscoe, and he's continued to gap Briscoe here as they have gone back out on the racetrack, putting more and more laps around them. He's opened up 4, maybe 5 car lengths on Briscoe.
And Todd, as you know, when it comes to clutch moments like that with Joey, you're basically giving a Rottweiler a T-bone.
Yes, you are. Hey, that's just Joey's ability to focus and find that next level. There are athletes that figure out how to make themselves even better in the moment. This puts Joey out there in the moment. A win would be a big step forward for him, would help them in the points, and he's just one that, to your point, he's a Rottweiler with a T-bone. He's after that piece of meat.
Joey Logano, should he win this race, could leapfrog Carson Hocevar to the top 10 in championship points. Right now, as they run with Hocevar out of the race, Logano is only 6 points behind Hocevar.
We mentioned Joey Logano is mowing him down. He was at 1.6 seconds behind about 7 laps ago. He is now down to 4 car lengths. Joey Logano with the lap car of Ty Dillon separating himself, and Christopher Bell in what will be a race for the lead with 25 laps to go.
And this isn't even going to be a fight. He goes to the outside, blows around the lap car, blows around the race leader. Joey Logano back to the lead. Chase Briscoe now looking to bypass Bell for second.
He's going to have a hard time because Bell is still wheel to wheel with Ty Dillon. That will settle down. Briscoe now goes to the inside. He'll pass Christopher Bell for the number 2 spot and go to work on the lap car of Ty Dillon.
So Logano and Briscoe back to the lead pair. Briscoe underneath Ty Dillon. His deficit now to Christopher Bell is about 5, maybe 6 car lengths in 3.
The facets of this race have been very compelling tonight, and it's been pivoting at a moment's notice, with some teams on differing pitch strategies than others. And right now it appears that Joey Logano is on the race-winning pitch strategy, although he does have Chase Briscoe. Dave, he's trying to track him down.
Yeah, I don't think Chase Briscoe's given up the fight quite yet. There's lap cars all the way around this racetrack. one tiny mistake by Logano, and Briscoe's going to be right there.
He is, and he continues to pace with Joey Logano. Logano again has more cars in front of him. 3 yellow cars, including the race leader, head for the backstretch.
Here they come off turn 2 to the back straightaway. Briscoe still maintaining that deficit, maybe 5 car lengths. Leader makes his way under the Todd Gilliland machine.
Off the corner they come. It'll be 21 laps to go with Joey Logano leading.
Coca-Cola. For the big, for the small, the short, and the tall. Peacemakers, risk takers. For the optimists, pessimists, for long distance love.
We're on a commercial right now. If you're new here, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. It helps me out. Check out our content as well. If you're new here, we have a lot of content on this channel. But right now we're in a commercial break. Here we go. We're back. 19 laps to go here at Richmond.
Joey Logano and Chase Briscoe show. They come off the corner. Now 18 laps remaining with Christopher Bell, Tyler Reddick, Austin Cindric. The rest of the top 5 from Richmond Raceway. This is the Motor Racing Network, the voice of NASCAR.
Jeff Gordon wins the Daytona 500. Jeff Gordon's rise to one of NASCAR's all-time greatest drivers was one like no other. Relive Jeff Gordon's journey to the NASCAR Hall of Fame with the exclusive MRN podcast, Jeff Gordon, A Colorful Career. 93 Cup Series wins, 4 Cup Series championships, and 3 Daytona 500 wins, a career rivaled by few others. Check out MRN's Jeff Gordon, A Colorful Career on podcast platforms and MRN.com.
The NASCAR Foundation truck giveaway is here. You can win a brand new Ram 1500 truck.
Just gonna mute real quick because it's a commercial.
Each entry is just
Racing Network, the voice of NASCAR.
laps to go in the Cookout 400 here at Richmond Raceway. Joey Logano cannot shake Chase Briscoe in this ongoing race for the win. There is another storyline that's unfolding behind the scenes on the pit lane, Alex, and it involves a Hendrick Motorsports driver. And that is driver Kyle Larson. The sprint car race, the Knoxville Nationals out of Knoxville, Iowa. The main event, the granddaddy sprint car race of them, is tonight. They have had a lot of rain in the Knoxville, Iowa area, to the point where, however, today's sunny, everything is absolutely saturated. Kyle Larson has won the pole for the Knoxville Nationals. Problem is, his real job right here at Richmond Raceway, the NASCAR Cup Series, he had to be here for this race. He's currently running on the lead lap in the number 8 spot. But with the mud and everything, the track conditions, they're not racing at Knoxville as of yet. They're on hold trying to get the track prep finished. So Cliff Daniels and Hendrick Motorsports, the team, are working on a plan to get Kyle Larson out of Richmond Raceway immediately over to Richmond International Airport, which is only a handful of miles away from us, on a plane, rocket halfway across the United States where he could potentially take the green flag from the pole position in the Knoxville Nationals tonight. Steve Posher, the host of Wing Nation on MRN.com. What once thought to be impossible now could be a possibility. This is amazing turn of events here.
Really, truly is. I spent some time with Kyle last night and talked to him, and he didn't even want to entertain it. And I think that's the way to approach it. We've got to do Richmond first. Well, as this is unfolded, Kyle's not entertaining it. He's aware of it. He's not entertaining it. But all of the people are making plans to whisk him out of there and head up to Knoxville. It's a flight time of about 2 hours, and right now it would be very tight if they had things tightened up at Knoxville. But I'm not 100% sure where we're at with track prep out there. And Kyle Larson could very well start on the pole position for the Knoxville Nationals. That turns everything upside down in the sprint car world, because he would go to the immediate favorite to win the race. He's won it before. He's really good, and they've got a really good car. His team owner Paul Silva out there in Knoxville does. So it'll be real interesting to see as we do flight tracker and watch Dirt Vision and follow along here. But we still got 9 or 8 laps to go here in this one.
8.5 to be exact. The battle for the lead is on the backstretch.
In a big-time hurry. The 5-car length advantage for Logano is less than 1. Chase Briscoe.
Chase Briscoe, reel him in, roll him in. Bring out those fishing rods.
Chase Briscoe, and lap traffic is double wide in front of him in turn 2.
Briscoe has saved something for last. He is right on his back bumper. Off turn 2 and down the back straightaway. Lap traffic dead ahead. Riley Hurts.
Bring out those fishing rods.
7 laps to go this time by in the Cookout 400. Logano with a low exit off turn number 4. Chase Briscoe follows his tire tracks. They have to size up the lap traffic right ahead while trying to maintain track position.
Logano's going to have to be perfect because Briscoe is all over his back bumper. They pull up now onto the back bumper. Logano will jump to the inside of Riley Hurts. Briscoe will have to go with him to the low line.
Briscoe staying with him stride for stride. 6 laps to go. Separation between first and second. Put it at a car length. Logano in the Ford, leading Briscoe in the Toyota, well ahead of Austin Cindric, who rides third.
Briscoe trying to reel him in for one more shot as they race off turn 2 and down the back straightaway. The Austin Hill car is about 5 car lengths ahead of the leader. Joey Logano with trouble front and back.
5 laps to go this time by. Logano the leader. A car length over Chase Briscoe. They've got about 7 car lengths to run down Austin Hill, the lap traffic in front of them.
Briscoe now has moved up the racetrack, taking a slightly higher line than he has throughout this race, trying to find some speed, trying to find a way around Joey Logano.
Now to the outside, Briscoe will sling that Toyota Camry to the middle reaches of the banking, while Joey Logano dials up the low lane, coming out of turn number 4. 4 laps to go. Battle for the lead has not changed. It's still between Logano and Briscoe.
Crunch time at Richmond Raceway. The gap between first and second, about a car length on the back straightaway. Joey Logano and Chase Briscoe.
Back into turn number 3 they go. Briscoe again about a half car width higher in the banking. Both of them take a low exit off turn 4. 3 circuits to go.
18 people here, welcome in.
Race leader, they do have traffic again. Now 3 cars in front of this battle.
Lap traffic starting to come in here.
105% of their car's capacity right now. Trying to finish this one out at Richmond. They begin to pull in now.
1 to go.
Hill gets into the back of Eric Jones and they get away.
Off the corner, Joey Logano has just achieved a career milestone. He has just crossed 10,000 career laps led in NASCAR. He's trying to lead these laps too and going to win tonight in Richmond.
Crazy.
He just made a huge move into turn 1. Dive bombing underneath both Austin Hill and the Eric Jones machine. His lead now 2 car lengths into 3.
Shannon Bednarik on top of the flag stand puts the white flag in the air. One more trip around the Richmond Raceway. It's either going to be Joey Logano or Chase Briscoe. They're back in turn number 2.
Briscoe giving it all he's got, but he's got a lot of daylight to get rid of. Final time down the back straightaway. Joey Logano, 2 car lengths up on Chase Briscoe as he heads for the checker.
Chase Briscoe sends it deep into turn number 3, giving it all she's got, but it's not going to be enough. Here comes Joey Logano off turn number 4. The checkered flag is waving, and Joey Logano has won the
Joey Logano is your winner, guys.
He becomes a 3-time Richmond winner. Let's go to pit
3-time Richmond winner.
Water getting flown everywhere. Paul Wolf, the crew chief down here.
I'm going to go through the rundown here. Watch you.
I didn't really hear what you said, but obviously a great night for the Shell Pennzoil Ford. You know, it's been a challenging year for us, and we knew this stretch was coming up that It was a great opportunity for us. It shows that nobody on his team's laid down, and we continue to fight through this and come to these opportunity tracks, and we're making the most of it.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
All Wolf going back to victory lane here at Richmond.
Joey Logano wins it. Chase Briscoe second. Austin Cindric third. Denny Hamlin fourth. And Chase Elliott rounds out the top 5.
Someone had a birthday.
Yep, 50. Can't believe it.
50 years of wisdom.
Great segue. We have a health reminder from the CDC.
Pneumococcal vaccination is recommended for adults 50 or older. Says here, we're over 6 times more likely to be hospitalized.
I'm gonna let you guys hear the interviews here after this
those
commercial, and then
Look what I found.
that'll
Pfizer's
do it
Prevnar
for
20
your
is
Richmond
proven to help
Raceway.
protect adults against
Joey Logano standing on the door sill of his race car, points to the fans. They applaud him right back. With
Let's
the
go,
effort.
Logano.
Picks up the win in the Cookout 400.
Hit that like button on your way out, guys.
To the number 9 spot
10 people here. Let's get to 10 likes. We're at 7 right now.
Scores the win. Presented by Sunoco Race Fuel with 0
We
carbon.
need 3 more likes. Let's get it.
NASCAR teams to filling up at the pump.
Smash that like button, guys. Let's get to 10 likes on the stream.
Sunoco, performance is what we do.
He has just been handed the checkered flag by Shannon Bednarik. He is now passing the flag back through and giving it to one lucky race fan who'll have a commemorative checkered flag to take home with them tonight. Logano, Briscoe, Cindric, Hamlin, Elliott, the top
Logano.
5. It's been an eventful night here at
Used
the
to
Richmond
race
Raceway.
tournaments where I
Joey Logano
started.
taking home his 3rd win in the NASCAR
10 people
Cup
here.
Series
Let's get to 10 likes on the stream, guys.
We'll talk with
I
Joey
would
in a
really
moment.
appreciate it if we
Also
got to
catch up
10
with
likes.
top 5 finishers as our
Let's
post-race
get those
coverage
likes
gets
up.
engaged here at Richmond.
Hit that like
Let's check in
button,
with Steve
guys.
Post.
Chase Briscoe down here, kind of debriefing with the race team. Chase, that seemed like a battle race long with you and Joey Logano at the end of the night. What was the difference?
Yeah, I thought
No problem, Mandalorian.
Really, that whole final run,
The Mandalorian fan channel, no problem, man.
I lost brakes and got really
I like that YouTube name.
Get all the way back to me and past me there right before we hit our final pit stop. So
Fireworks going off
run,
in the background. Joey Logano is your winner.
Didn't have it there that one run. So yeah, I thought we were gonna get a win there for our Bass Pro Shops Tracker Toyota, and just it was close for sure.
What were the final laps like? Was there anything in hindsight you do, or is just kind of try to get there and get to them?
Yeah, I mean, I was just trying to get there, and I got there a couple times, pretty close. I just kept trying to.
I subscribed, said the Mandalorian. Thank you for subscribing, my man. Appreciate it.
Short of getting there and having it pinned. So yeah, I don't know. Never had a top 10 here, so it's weird to be frustrated running second. But yeah, it just felt like we definitely had him where we needed him.
That's Chase Briscoe, 2nd place finish here today.
Led 171 laps, did Chase Briscoe in tonight. That's the most laps led by anybody. Joey Logano picked up the win. He had 95 laps led in tonight's race.
And let's check in with Jason Toy.
Chase Elliott, you guys stuck to a plan today, and it came back around, and you guys finished up in the top 5. How about it?
Yeah, really nice to get a good finish. It's been a really bad few months, really. Yeah, so just, I mean, obviously it did what we're looking for, but, if we're as bad as it has been and as, rough as we've had some finishes lately, just nice to kind of have a clean night. I feel like I made, a couple mistakes. We had a couple mistakes on pit road too, but they were all very minor. And I think you got to do is put together solid
Joey Logano burning it down.
Hopefully this was that.
You can hear him burning those tires down.
So a great run there for Chase Elliott. 5th
Good
place
run for sure for
that
Chase
race
Elliott.
team, and he breaks that skid of no top 10s over the last 9 races. So Chase Elliott has a massive amount of fireworks go off behind the sold-out grandstands behind turns 1 and 2. Let's hear from Denny Hamlin.
Denny's jumped out here talking things over with the crew. Got to admit, you looked a whole lot better this week than what you did last week getting out of the race car. Take us through your night.
Really good car in that third stage. We just had 10 seconds worth of extra pit stop there because our left side jack stop was broke. So couldn't quite get the jack under it, so that cost us 10 seconds. I think that's right about where we ended up behind the front, but really good car. That last stage, obviously, was able to overcome that and come back for a top 5.
There you go. Denny Hamlin comes home, finishes up in the top 5.
So Denny Hamlin makes a good night out of what was going to be a bad deal. Now, let's go down to victory lane and here with our race winner to Steve Post.
Joey Logano just gave us a smoke show for the ages down here. He brought the car into victory lane, and he just lit it up. He looked at his crew guys who were over there, and they were celebrating on the pit wall, throwing water into him. And Joey
11
Logano
people here. Let's get to 11 likes on the stream before we end it.
Into victory lane
guys.
here.
Let's get
He's
those
getting ready to climb out of the race car. The crew guys are here celebrating this win as well. He gets a Coca-Cola here. So Joey Logano getting ready to climb out of this race car. But man, I'll tell you, he put on a show here. Richmond is really cool because the fans are able to join us here in victory lane. And Joey not only put on a show for his crew, but the fans lost their minds. They'll have selfies and they'll have pictures of this one for a long time to come. He is sitting on the side of the race car right now. Joey Logano goes up to the top as well. Confetti flying through the air. He's a winner again here at Richmond. Holy cow, Joey Logano and these guys celebrating down here as he takes a big old swig of Coca-Cola and gets ready to jump down. The crew guys get a bath with that Coca-Cola. Joey Logano. Joey, just that race, that was a battle between you and Chase Briscoe all evening long, it seemed like. What gave you the upper hand to get that win?
The team did a great job. Pressure was on everybody. To make the right calls, to execute the runs, to have a good pit stop there as we were door to door pretty much onto pit road, and tested everybody's everything we had. So I thought we were going to be in good shape because the run before that we were a lot faster than 19 at the end, but we weren't able to be the same amount of good as we wanted to be. So this is a special one. It's the first time I've had all my kids here for a win, so this is a real special one for our family, and looking forward to enjoying it.
How sweet is this with the start of the season you guys had? Just the momentum you had during this summer stretch and now to stack up a couple of wins. How sweet is this for the effort, the energy, and everything you guys have put into this?
Yeah, it's a great recovery so far. A long ways to go into season, but we can see the front from here, and we still got a couple more to gain some more points to set ourselves up better.
Well, I want to talk about this burnout here in Victory Lane. The fans loved it. The crew guys loved it. What was the design behind it? Because you gave all of us a show down here.
Definitely seemed like a good burnout for sure.
Thought it was a cool opportunity to do a burnout right here, and I might get my hand slapped, but it was worth it.
It was worth it. Congratulations. Joey Logano is the winner here. He wins the Cookout 400 here tonight at Richmond Raceway.
So Joey Logano is celebrating down there, and that celebration will continue well into the night. Time to award the Xfinity Mobile Reliable Performance. Todd?
I'm going to give 2 honorable mentions to start with. Hendrick Motorsports. All 4 cars finished on the lead lap. All 4 cars finished in the top 10.
That's awesome.
That's an accomplishment for Hendrick Motorsports, especially on the simple diffuser package. And then I also want to give one to Josh Berry. 3 straight top 10 finishes. A guy who's looking for a ride for next year. How can you not give this to Joey Logano? The 22 Shell
Berry, that's
team.
awesome.
Everybody there executed to bring this win.
Last season
Just
for
like
the team
today's
as
top
well.
driver and team, you need a connection that performs under pressure. With Xfinity Mobile, get intelligent Wi-Fi with 5G.
Let's
all
see
in
who got
one
the fastest
keeps you
lap
connected
tonight.
at every turn. Joey Logano wins the Xfinity Mobile Reliable
Joey
Performance.
Logano
Xfinity,
got
imagine
it.
that.
Nice.
Let's hear from Austin Cindric, who finished 3rd.
Austin Cindric brings it home in the 3rd spot here today. Great point today for you guys. And all of you and all of your teammates kind of stayed on that same type of rotation a little bit when it came to pit stops. Paid off for you guys.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I think just, from an execution standpoint, but also just car speed all weekend, with the exception of qualifying, really, super proud of the race car and the package. I mean, everybody at Team Penske, all 4 cars that came in that building this week were super strong. And I felt like I had a car that could have won tonight, and we didn't. And that's, mildly frustrating. But as far as the big picture goes for the season, very important night for us to capitalize on a good car.
Good finish here for Austin Cindric. Finishes up in third.
So Austin Cindric gets the number 3 position here in tonight's Cookout 400.
Tip of the cap to Ryan Blaney. He put in the Xfinity fastest lap. Congratulations to Ryan. With the fastest lap for the race, they will claim 1 championship point just by running the Xfinity fastest lap.
Here's how they finished unofficially tonight in the Cookout 400. Joey Logano gets the win. Chase Briscoe was second. Austin Cindric third. Denny Hamlin fourth. And Chase Elliott fifth. You heard from all 5 of our top finishers. Kyle Larson comes home 6th. Christopher Bell was 7th. Josh Berry was 8th. William Byron 9th. And Alex Bowman 10th.
I thought it was going to be Connor Zilic, but I'm not sure now.
1 lap down in 12th, followed by Ryan Blaney in 13th.
I guess we'll have to find out, but I think it will be Connor Zilic.
Was Ty Gibbs. Daniel Suarez was 16th. Ryan Preece 17th, 2 laps down, with Noah Gragson 18th, Austin Dillon 19th, and Bubba Wallace in 20th.
Chris Buescher 21st, John Hunter Nemechek was 22nd, Austin Hill finished 23rd, Riley Herbst 24th, Connor Zilic was 25th, Brad Keselowski 26th, Eric Jones 27th, Michael McDowell came home 28th, Cole Custer 29th, and Todd Gilliland was 30th.
Ricky Stenhouse Jr. was 31st, Ty Dillon 32nd, AJ Allmendinger 33rd, Cody Ware 34th, Josh Bulicki 35th.
Might be Corey Day, but I think it will be Connor Zilic.
The only car that did not make it to the end tonight. He finishes in the 37th and final position. Let's update the Chase leaderboard after the Cookout 400, looking all the way down into the 14th position. Bubba Wallace in by 70. Austin Cindric is now 15th. He is in by 57.
Oh,
Shane
wow.
Van Gisbergen falls to the cut line. He is in by 50. Out and looking in. Ryan Preece out by 50. Ross Chastain out by 63. Brad Keselowski out by 78. Eric Jones out by 81 as the NASCAR Cup Series heads to New Hampshire next weekend. Todd, some final thoughts from tonight.
Yeah, just what Richmond puts on. You've got to search around. We saw racing all the way through this field. We saw comers and goers. I think a spectacular strategy race as well. Crew chiefs Paul Wolf and James Small. 2 cars locking brakes up, coming to pit road for the final pit stop.
I guess we'll see
side by side. I mean, just
see who takes over.
3 more drivers that have clinched a Chase berth after tonight's race. One of them is Chase Briscoe. The other, Chase Elliott. Christopher Bell is the third to do that. So those 3 drivers know that they have a chance to win a championship in 2026.
With the garage going to New Hampshire next weekend, Motor Racing Network will be off next weekend. The Performance Racing Network will have all the coverage from the Granite State, along with the NASCAR Racing Network and coverage of the NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series. We'll be back with you and the NASCAR Cup Series the following week at Daytona International Speedway. It'll be the final race before the chase begins for the Cup cars. Our coverage will begin 1 week from Friday. That'll be August 28th.
New Hampshire is next week. Don't forget about it, guys.
And
I may be there.
It'll be the NASCAR Cup Series Coke Zero Sugar.
Hopefully, I'll be there giving you guys some coverage from that. Might actually be at the track.
Susie Armstrong, weekday afternoons with NASCAR Today.
On Saturday.
NASCAR live for you Tuesday night at 7 Eastern. Be sure to
for
join
the
Steve
modified,
Post
but
and
not
Todd
for the
Gordon
Cup
Wednesday
Series.
for Crew Call.
The Cup Series will
installment of
be
NASCAR
like
Live
practicing
Open
that day,
available
but we
for you
won't
this
have like
Thursday,
actual
wherever you download
access to
your
go in the
podcasts.
garage.
That's going to wrap things up tonight here from Richmond. I'd like to thank Dave Mooney, who covered the action in Turn 3. Our thanks to Steve Post and Jason Toy, who patrolled the pit and the garage areas. For Todd Gordon, for
All right, guys. That'll do it there for Richmond Raceway. I appreciate you guys watching. Thank you, everyone, for being here. We had 11 people here at one point. Really appreciate you guys. If you're new here, make sure to hit that like button, comment, subscribe, and I'll catch you guys tomorrow for some action at Pomfret Speedway for Wild Thing Karts. My buddy will be racing, so I'll be giving you guys some coverage from that. We might be at New Hampshire in a week from now, Saturday for the modifieds. So stay tuned for some coverage from that as well. Modifieds and Truck Series, so stay tuned for that. I'll schedule some stuff from that as well. But other than that, guys, hit that like button on your way out. Subscribe to the channel if you're new here. Check out some content if you're bored. And we'll catch you in the next one. Peace out.